Hello and good evening. We're back with another exciting episode of Pathfinder. Although, I mean, this might not be the most exciting. We're doing downtime stuff this week. It's been a long slog through
Speak for
Runeforge.
yourself, we have cake.
We do have cake.
That's true. That's true. You guys have cake as well as donuts and pies and many other baked goods, and lots of loot to either sell or upgrade or use to upgrade things that you actually want to upgrade. But yeah, last week we started with all of you um, encountering and having an extended conversation with a huge Nalfeshni demon who had been bound to the Vault of Greed. Um, there were several different suggestions for methods here, as the demon simply asked to be released. Uh, didn't it didn't care to do you any harm, as long as you found a way to free it. Um, we had Ursulin using her hat of disguise to try and turn into the demon's old master and try to kind of loophole through the requirements that way. That did not work. Um, there was also talk of using Dimension Door and Anywhere But Here and teleport to send him somewhere else within the Vault of Greed so you guys could just proceed. Um, Plane shifting him out, dismissal, dispel magic, banishment, until finally, Cat had a light bulb moment and used break enchantment to end the binding spell and allow the demon to just try to find his own way out. His reward for your help was nothing more than indifference, but after everything that you guys had been through, it seemed like you all were perfectly content with that. So from then on, you proceeded into the room that the demon was guarding. You found the pool of elemental arcana, which drained some of Lily's mental faculties as she got too close to the water. Um, but you guys collected some of the water. Dino and Urzulin and also Cade threw in some magic items into the pool. Some of them were recharged. There was one that had no effect, and another one backfired and kind of blew up on Dino a little bit. But no great harm came to anyone. So with that done, you guys made your way out of the Vault of Greed, heading back to the central Runeforge chamber, and you began laying out all the various ingredients that you had collected, and began discussing amongst yourselves how to go about infusing your weapons. Once again, many different methods were suggested. Eventually, you guys figured it out that you had to put the ingredients in first, followed by the weapon, and then hopefully the desired effect would take place. And it did, as Ursulin immersed her rifle, gaining the Runeforge's power, but also causing the statue of Karzug to become animated, and it attacked you in a frenzy, primarily going after Chomper, as it could not get to Urzulin in the back line, so it decided to just hit what was in front of it, and that was Chomper. Um, there was a lot of fumbling around looking for a scroll of stone to flesh that was eventually found and given to Jareem. He utilized it very well, as he removed all of the resistances from the statue for a short time, which was enough for you to do enough damage to prevent Karzug from powering the statue any further. At this point, Karzug taunted you all for a little bit, for as long as he could, um, inviting you to come find him in his lost city of Zinshalast. But once he could no longer empower the statue, you guys were sort of just left on your own within Runeforge. The rest of you went ahead and infused your weapons. You guys talked about the merits of perhaps taking one more sort of victory lap through and just killing everything else that had been in there. But you eventually decided that uh, there was no need for that, and you took 2 days to rest, and then plane shifted your way out. The plane shift brought you to not Sandpoint, which was your destination, but instead Roderick's Cove, where Kat went on a shopping spree of her own, getting basically Blackberry's entire stock plus a wedding cake plus just anything that wasn't bolted down. Kat ended up getting, and also giving Blackberry 100 platinum pieces for her trouble. And Blackberry was, of course, very excited and thankful, and she openly talked about the potential of getting some space in Sandpoint to either move her business there or to open another location somehow. Um, but that was about as far as that conversation went. Elsewhere, Lily took sort of like a walking tour of Roderick's Cove. Eventually, Cade joined up with Lily. Lily stopped at the local kennel, um, finding all sorts of cute little puppies, but actually ending up taking a stray cat that had been wandering the kennel. The kindly ranger there was all too happy to allow Lily to give this stray cat a good home. You guys then went towards the docks where you had a meal at the Rampant Reef Claw, which was like sort of the like fine dining type of establishment in Roderick's Cove. Um, Dino did not partake as he decided to stay outside with Chomper, as well as keep watch over the ancient dragon corpse that he had still been working on breaking down. And he understandably didn't want anything happening to that. But after your meal, you teleported yourselves back to Sandpoint into the Rusty Dragon, where it is now nighttime. Things are pretty much winding down for the evening. And at this point, let's see, Bethana has head off to bed. So it's just a Mako kind of like cleaning up as you guys get settled. And she is going to just look at everyone and say, well, how did it go?
Chin, we killed the dragon.
We did a little bit more than that.
Yeah, that's the moment I'm most proud of, to be honest.
Well, we cleared the rune forge. That I'd say that went pretty goddamn well.
Very goddamn well. But dragon.
But dragon, the dragon is true. Dragon is all kind of powerful thing that we murdered, which is kind of a nice badge of honor to carry around. Kind of morbid, not gonna lie. Kate looks over at the corpse that is slowly being dissected.
Yeah, Mako looks past everyone towards the corpse that is now on the floor of her establishment, and she
Did I drag it in with me? Because it's an ancient dragon. I don't think I could fit it in the door if I tried.
Well, with how much you've hacked it up, I would assume so.
I gotta get.
Even then, I don't want to actually bring it in. I don't actually want to bring it into the building. That's rude.
Oh,
Okay.
That's fair.
I'll do this with just about anyone else, but Mako's tavern is off limits.
Okay, she deserves the respect. I get it.
That's quite a high honor there, Dino.
All right.
Kitten. I just see two, just the two of you holding your cats up like Simba style, up towards the Mako. Kevin.
Mako just cracks a smile and she says, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I had a feeling that you guys would end up with more animals somehow.
Get in.
Kay
Kid
just
may be
grins.
dope, but he's no match for Jaws McJawson. Isn't that right, Jaws?
I'm gonna look over and roll my eyes and go, even with only one druid, you'd be surprised how many of us literally adore animals.
Mako just looks at you and says, "Yeah, I can tell. I mean, you all have them now."
Did you?
I
This is Samson. Is Sammy for short. Isn't he adorable? A cat just like putting them out and starts like playing with his paws.
grin at both Cat and Lily playing with their kittens and just be
Yeah,
like,
like Mako is honestly just like grinning ear to ear, just like seeing you guys like in this sort of mood.
happy and in one piece of back.
Yeah, like
And-
happy One Piece and just having like wholesome moments instead of the usual like, eating, drinking, killing adventurers
Yeah.
that you guys are.
The kind way to say murder hobos. I appreciate.
Oh, that reminds me. Cat's gonna ask for mead now. And also plates.
Oh,
Oh, and she's gonna give her a blackberry muffin.
And yeah, Mako happily provides that whatever you guys need. Rounds of drinks, plates. She sees all the food that you've brought in, so she doesn't like immediately start cooking anything, but she reminds everyone that she's able to do so if you guys want.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure Dino probably wants something to eat considering he didn't.
wait, Mako, hold on. Cat's going to bring her bag of holding. It's like I gotta talk to you at the bar or something. She goes, I got this cake for free. I do not want anybody else seeing what type of cake it is. She's whispering this to Mako over at the bar. Like she's away from the table.
I want to use my advanced ears to try to listen to what she's saying.
Okay, so
Can I roll stealth?
yeah, stealth versus perception.
Cade sees
Right,
Dino lasering in and just gets in the way of Dino and starts chatting away very loudly to him, being like, "Yo, Dino, how does it feel being back in Sandpoint? Are you gonna go see anyone?" Just
I'm gonna
trying
see
to.
people. It's very nice, very nice.
I'm trying to cover for you, Cat.
So Cat's like, look, take this cake, cut it up, have some for yourself as well. Like give some for the staff. There's a lot of it. I just do not need my party seeing what type of cake this is. Because I will never live it down. I did not buy this. I got it for free as a thank you. I couldn't refuse it. Just please cut it into pieces. And if you give me some of those pieces in boxes and share some of the stuff, it's a lot of freaking cake.
Cut my cake into pieces. This is my last dessert.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I actually hate myself a little bit for thinking of that song, but it was too appropriate.
Yeah, but it's too easy.
Regret
Yeah,
nothing.
I regret exactly. I regret nothing. Thank you.
Regret
Um,
nothing. It was perfect.
Ameko sort of leans in and she's just like, "Who's just giving away wedding cakes for free?" Like, who does that? That's
May have been very nice to the person who supplies me my blackberry brandy, okay?
she's
He's
like,
just-
Ameko's just like, okay, well that I guess explains it. I mean, I don't see a ring on your finger, so
Cat. Cat is like freaking out. It's like, don't utter anything. It is just cake. It is just cake.
she's like, okay, fine, it's just cake. It's just
you.
cake. She gets to slicing it up. As far as the perception check goes, Dino, you actually give me a sense motive roll also, just for fun here, because
Yeah.
Mako totally thinks Cat's secretly married now, isn't she?
all right, Dino, you try your best to ignore Cade, and you do pick up the gist of what's being spoken about at the bar. Um, you don't quite figure out why Cade is like suddenly being all chatty with you though. You don't get that Cade is like very clearly trying to run interference, but you do manage to sort of like kind of block out whatever Cade is saying, and yeah, you pick up that Cat is definitely being like secretive about this cake with a Mako. And then when actually I should have rolled a stealth for a Mako just for what she was saying. That's right, she doesn't have a.
So Cade's literally just looking back and forth and just watching Dino's smirk grow and looking at Cat and just being like, "Oh no." And then he just slowly back away and just disengage from the Dino conversation and kind of walk over to Cat being like, "Cover blown! Cover blown!"
I was like, what are you talking about?
Dino and his super fucking ears.
Cat. Okay.
Dino hears all.
I'm gonna roll a bluff. Okay. Cat's like, I don't know what Dino would have heard.
No, you don't. But all I know is that he
No, no, no,
definitely
no,
has
no,
a
no.
strong brain.
Okay, Mako has.
Cat's like, what? I asked Mako to cut a cake. I told y'all we got cake.
An attempt has been made.
All right, so Mako actually manages to keep her voice a bit more hushed than Cat does. So she keeps the whole like explicitly saying wedding thing quiet enough. But yeah, other than that, like you hear just about everything else that she says. So yeah, Dino feels like he has a good idea that something's going on here.
Cat is like, look, I told you I got a cake. I'm asking her to cut the cake. That's
have a
it.
piece.
Yeah. Cade answers and be like, "Yeah, that's the plan, right? Right, Cat?"
Sorry, I actually didn't hear that. What?
I have a piece.
Everybody's getting a piece.
Yeah, and before long, Ameko has slices of cake up on the bar top for everybody. It's it's a very like traditional like white cake, and of course in the style and cooking influence of the owner. It is filled with blackberries, like jam, and like there's like little bits and pieces there. It's almost like a preserve like consistency. It's not like totally smooth filling, but the cake is really just expertly made and
Weird
delicious.
By the way, weird question. Is there a way for me to instantly get a message to Sava? Kind of like if it were in our world, I'd be sending her a text like, "Yo, you want cake?"
If you
Obviously, I can't do that.
if you had like the message or like sending spell or something like that, then yeah. But
I don't. Let me. Hey, does somebody want to send a message for me? I'll give you cake and as a thank you. Cat is like shouting this out to the tavern.
let's see here.
Cade's gonna look over at them and offer to help get some anyone's attention. Like, go through the town quickly since I'm from here, and grab anyone who we want to share with. Like, I'm gonna grab Hannah. I know you're gonna have me grab.
Okay, so in response to that, Cade's like, "Nah, I got you."
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So Kate's pretty much gonna go grab Hannah, grab Shayla's, grab Sava, grab any prominent person, Vorvashali, all the people we really have made good relationships with, and bring them to the tavern to enjoy this with, and just try to just be like happy. The Father Xantus,
Okay.
the whole.
Okay. Cool. Um, so you go around town and you collect the people that you mentioned. It's going to take me a bit to copy and paste all their tokens, but hey, we're not pressed for time at all tonight, so we can do that. So let's see, Hannah, Shayless, Sava, of course. Father Xantus. And of course, the boy, Vorvashali. Was there anyone else?
Anyone else that anyone else has any suggestions? But that's like the main group that I recall us all interacting with all the time. Jabrail.
Dream.
Yes, Gerbil should get some cake.
Dream thinks of Jabrail, but then he says, he's probably not done working yet at the feed
Cat's like,
bag.
come on, we should at least invite him.
Cage goes, give me cake, I'll bring him a slice, knowing he's still working.
All right, so yeah, you do that, and you bring him a piece of cake, and he sends you back with something. he he gives roll a d100.
Oh my.
Okay. Who wants to roll it? You want me to roll it?
you because you're bringing the cake.
I'm rolling it. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure. It was a comedy thing, I thought. Oh, roll 20, don't freeze.
He's gonna give you basically a free sample of something in exchange for the cake.
I have a white screen. Hold on one moment. Boom. Did it go through yet? Boom.
Three.
3. Alright. There we go.
Okay, real simple. He gives you like a small baggie of halfling weed.
Cage is gonna roll that up and start smoking it as they're going around grabbing everyone.
And as you're collecting the other the townspeople, Father Xanthus is giving a bit of a side eye as you are inviting everyone else to partake. Of course, Vorvashali's all about it. He's already like a little tipsy when you find him. He's been having a few drinks in his shop by himself.
Good.
You're just like, cake?
Cake and weed, let's go.
You go to pick up Shayless, and Shayless sees the state Vorvashali's in, and she's like, "Man, I'm trying to escape the people like this, man. Like my dad is just always hitting the bottle still. Like it's."
And Cade
I'm
goes,
gonna-
cake?
Yeah, Cade's like
I'm gonna be
cake.
like, so then ignore this part and have cake. It's all at the tavern. Cade just looks at everyone and goes, I have no shame. You don't have to partake. There is no pressure, but there is cake. follow me. And then I make my way off to the other houses I need to stop by, and then loop back around to the tavern.
Yeah, and like Hannah like politely declines the weed. Sava Sava kind of thinks about it and she's like, why not? You guys are back. Let's celebrate.
Cat is honestly a
thought
little
too.
surprised.
She
She does a bit of a double take, like, what?
she stresses to Kate along the walk that she doesn't normally do this, but
Oh, Cade grins and goes, "You know what? That's very fair, and I normally wouldn't just be freely offering it to everyone. So you know what?
She
Special
would.
occasions all around." Cade just kind of, you know what? Shh. That's not the point. Cade says.
Sava hold on, sorry. Had to burp.
No burp, only narration.
Yeah, no. Anyway, Sava just as she reaches for your little joint there, whatever you do it, she says, "Yeah, it's just been so stressful just waiting to see if you guys were gonna make it back okay, and I'm so glad that you're here."
Oh, you don't always make it back. I
And
mean, one
just
way
kinda
or
looks like-
another, I'm going to come back. It might be through Dream reanimating me, but I'll come back.
Oh dear. I
I
mean, that
always come.
and
back.
then she passes the booth to Vorvashali, and Vorvashali's just like, "Man, I've been waiting for Jabrail to get this stuff back." he's like he's like all about it. He's like, "This is my kind of party."
Cade's just excited to see everyone and just looking at the progress standpoints made as when yeah, as we've been gone, as we're walking through the streets, and then I just really happily bust through the door to the tavern. I'm just like, "Hey everyone, we're here!"
Yeah, and like just as you're getting to the door, Vorvashali just turns to you and he's like, "You and your friends need to come by the shop soon. I got so much cool shit. You're not gonna believe it."
How much cool
Cade-
shit
Cade
is
just starts
there?
smacking Dream's arm and goes, "Yo, yo, 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 Dream, hear that? We gotta go, we gotta go." And then starts stuffing my face with the food that Ameko has spread out, as well as the cake. Happy to finally have a real meal and it actually like feel it being a nourishing effect. I missed the feeling of having food being a useful thing, as well as instead of just a thing to enjoy.
Yeah, because in Runeforge, if you were eating, it was because you wanted to eat, not because you had to eat.
Yeah.
Or for, healing properties.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
good berries and Heroes Feast and stuff. Yeah, true. But yeah, Cade returns with everyone who is all five of them are delighted to see that all of you have come back in one piece. They all would like to know, what you guys experienced in Runeforge and or really just where you guys have been in general. Um, uh,
I ate it. That's your answer. I ate it.
well, yeah,
It was delicious.
the really huge diamond that you had was broken up to be used on other things.
No, I ate it.
I mean, yeah, you could have eaten the rest of it maybe, but
I'm
like
kidding. Sorry.
most of it was pounded into dust. I mean, there are still some other fragments of it left, but
I may have accidentally eaten some just from the pounding process, but like yeah.
oh yeah, you ate something during the pounding process.
Oh god damn it.
Straight into that one.
Well, then again, I did make a I'm eating cake joke on our chat and nobody caught it and it made me sad.
Yeah, you did do that.
I did miss that.
Let them eat cake.
Cake going around and literally just pretty much pulling small little tricks and pranks on everyone, but like in a fun gesture way. So like, well, that just pretty much being clear. I'm just happy to be home and happy
Cat,
to have everyone around, not the disembodied versions of themselves.
also, Cat is desperately trying to convince Saba she was kidding about the reanimation thing.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
nuke the
okay.
shit out of Cade.
And also not to ask too many questions about how she got the cake.
I'm
He's
gonna
gonna
give you that
continue to
knowing
make
smile
them.
that I know. I know.
Or not, sorry, let me phrase that. Not to, how she got the cake is fine. Not to ask too many questions of what type of cake it is.
I still give you that knowing smile like I know what it is. I
Shut
know
up.
your secrets.
It's a goddamn cake. That's all you need to know is that it's cake, it's delicious.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And
That's
the
all.
fairy brandy person might offer an outpost, and no, there were no sexual favors exchanged. Just money. Not
Vorvashali,
some, not some.
Vorvashali just looks up. He's like, I know what kind of cake this is. This is a delicious cake.
It
That
is a delicious cake. Thank you.
that's what kind of cake it is.
Damn straight. It's
Like,
a very delicious cake.
like his eyes are already bloodshot just from like taking a few pulls from the from Cade's halfling weed.
Kay just grins, looking around and just saying, "So, lightweight, enjoying yourself?"
That's how you spell his name.
Oh, I remember what you were doing now. Yeah, you're talking about resurrecting that guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, Father Xanthus, once you ask, he says, well, it's I suppose it's going well. We've actually seen an increased amount of donations to the church recently. I fear that we're running out of time, though. I don't know if we can raise enough money in time.
Well, how much do you got in donations?
Cade is arguing back and forth with Dino and taunting him just as much. Serious discussions occurring.
We were trying for what a raise dead with this guy, right?
Resurrection. I think resurrection is the only spell I could use.
That's what you could use. Yeah, that's true actually. Although I think didn't Dream take raise dead? I think he did actually. Yeah, he did. He has raised dead. So that's an option. That's a cheaper option if you want to go that way. Father Xanthus thinks about it. He says, well, the hope is that we can earn the rest of the money we need during tomorrow's services. But we're still, oh boy, we still need almost half of the money. And knowing how much a raise dead spell costs, you probably estimate that they need like another like 2,000 gold about.
Another 2,000 gold, you say? Do we have
Yeah.
2,000 gold? I'm looking. Like, medium, maybe.
No.
Eddie Nat?
Nah, you'd have to sell some stuff probably.
Oh.
Cuz like the thing with Runeforge is like a lot of there were very little like money rewards in there. It was all like items. Now there were a lot of like items that are just like sell bait, so like
Does
Dino's
Kate have
100% down to give up a 1,000 gold to help.
Yeah, same. Kate's more than willing to also help.
there were a
Yeah,
ton there were a ton of like headbands and like cloaks that you guys couldn't use that you
I am
guys-
happy to give 1,000 gold for whatever it is that we're.
Okay,
I got,
cool.
like- I got 1,364 GP, so 1,000.
So-
I have.
Why don't all four of us give 500 each? Because then that puts it at 2,000. Kate says.
Cat's like, I have
Okay.
7,000 gold. Here, have 1,000 gold. Have fun.
Kate is kind of lifted of-
Cat just
Oh,
lays
that
down
works.
1,000 gold.
All right, I'll give 500.
Kate hands the other.
QK, I'm gonna give you 500.
Fuck!
Eat shit. I paid money faster than you.
Kay just like panics as they're fumbling with her bag of holding, trying to pull their coin purse out while they're watching Dino. get
500
their
gold is
breakfast.
already out of my inventory, therefore I win.
I know. You just literally watch Kay go.
Cat's like, I already gave 1,000. Y'all are behind.
I know. Kate says
My
this is gonna
reflex
crack
is
me
shit.
up.
Fuck off, cat.
I mean,
I
I-
paid money first.
I like how we're literally having a race to be generous.
Yeah, this is new, but I'm enjoying it.
Real Forge made us kind, damn it.
That's true. Yeah, you guys learned some valuable lessons
I
in
am
there.
good alignment, god damn it.
I am good.
Alright,
Kate
you said
isn't
you raised
sure
the
at
goddamn
this point in time what alignment they are. They do
Yeah,
some
that's why I'm faster, because I'm actually good. Just don't pay attention to my sin chart. Just don't pay attention to it.
fucking shots fired.
Father Xanthus is just floored by the generosity that you've all shown, and
So he has like 2,500 now?
oh yeah, I mean
Like-
if Cade's giving money, then yeah, he has extra. So
Yeah, Kate will give extra just for the sheer
Because I gave
principle of it.
1,000.
then 500
and
from
Lily
the
gave
rest
it
of you who are here. Yeah.
500.
So then yeah, he has
Mhm.
extra.
Do you mind deducting the 500 from my sheet as well?
I just did. Yeah,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yep. got it. So Father Xanthus is again, he's just absolutely thrilled, and he says, "This truly is a great night for celebration." And he goes and cuts himself another piece of cake, and
The
even
cake is pre-cut. The cake is pre-cut.
right. Well,
just
okay.
grabs
He goes and grabs another piece of cake. So yeah, Mako manages to cut the entire cake, like in the time that it
There we
took for
go.
Cade to grab everybody.
Two.
And Father Xanthus even gets himself a drink and sits down and just enjoys everybody's company. Glad to sort of be, for one, free of the responsibilities of the church for the night, and second, peace of mind knowing that he will have the means to bring this this guard back once he can obtain a sufficient diamond.
We'll find a diamond, damn it. We'll get the diamond sorted, okay? It'll be fine.
Oh, he's like, we have the money now. Don't worry. I can go get it myself. That's
How
You-
long do you think it'll take?
well,
A day, a week?
should hopefully have it by Moon Day. I have to imagine that any of the jewelers that I know will not be open for business tomorrow. It is Sunday after all.
Take your time though.
Well, you as you well know, I can't necessarily take my time, but I will have it at the earliest convenience, and that should be within plenty of time to ensure that the spell will still work.
Okay.
Dream is just like, yeah, you come find me when you have it.
No, I want to do it.
You don't have raised dead anymore though.
No, I do not.
Still want to do it.
Yeah, I mean you can certainly be present and contribute to the spell, as I usually run these things. Dream would just be the one casting, like using the spell,
That makes sense.
but that doesn't mean that you don't get to have any meaningful contribution. You absolutely do.
Sweet.
So yeah, so throughout the night, you guys enjoy the company of your friends here. If there's any other conversations that you all want to have, I'll move tokens over to relevant PCs. You guys are celebrating. Enjoy yourselves. Have conversations with people or don't.
Runeforge sucks. Let me tell you. So many monsters. They're annoying, but I have a dinosaur, so therefore we win. Also killed a dragon. I've ever told you, Shaylis, that I killed an ancient dragon? Or we killed an ancient dragon? I said it before you, Kate. I said it before you, so it doesn't count. We killed an ancient white dragon.
Cade grins at Dino and flits away instead of intruding more on his conversation.
Got like 80 teeth, maybe 80 scales. I got a lot of scales, by the way. I make
And
so much bank.
yeah, Shayla's is just wide-eyed, and she's like, "Well, what do you plan to do with it?"
I'm gonna carve up the dragon parts. I'm gonna sell it, of course. Dragons are worth a lot, don't you know?
I bet they are. Hopefully, you can find someone with the means to buy all of it off of you.
Yeah, we have cats, so even if Magnamar doesn't have enough money in its monetary banks, we can just go somewhere else.
Cat just looks at him and goes, "My money."
We
No, I'm
we
just
need
kidding,
to
I
sell
got
the
you.
parts for the money.
Oh, well, while this is happening, Cat goes, "Oh, by the way, Sava, did I introduce you to Sammy?" And holds out the kitty. It's like,
I'm still the official druid because I have 2 animals instead of just 1 like you, Trogs.
yeah. So while this is happening, Cat is introducing Sava to the kitty.
Sava is just beside herself with all kinds of oh, he's so adorable, and like baby talk towards the cat, and she's just enamored by it. She's like trying to get it to like lay down for her and like rub its belly, and you know rub its paws and boop it on the nose, and all the things you do with cats.
Cake.
Cade is a mouthful of cake and looks up and goes, "Did you say can or cake?
Cake.
Cake? Cake? Cake?" Cade swallows their food and goes, "Cake." He said, "Cake, okay." And then grabs a plate and then starts passing it down to Dino. Oh, remix.
Yeah.
Rap God.
Let it out. Cade
Oh,
also
Shaylis,
has
I got you a
the
souvenir from Runeforge.
You're talking
You're,
to Shayless. Shayless looks at you and goes, "Oh, what did you get me?"
you're learning how to use a whip, right?
Yeah. Actually, I've been practicing with it quite a bit since you've all been away.
Well, one of the monsters, some kind of devil. I don't remember exactly what it was. Even though Urslan got seduced by the damn thing. But it specialized in whips. So we got this dope ass whip, if I can remember what it's called. Sadist Lash. Very yes.
Uh,
Oh, don't abuse that damn thing. It's a pretty powerful magic item.
it was succubus.
Oh yeah, that asshole. Ever tell you that tell you the tale how Urslan got seduced by a succubus?
Well, I haven't seen you since you left for Rune Forge or wherever it is that you went, so no, I wouldn't have heard the story.
Oh, let me tell you. Kate, assist me in telling the story, would you?
Ameko grabs like one of her like musical instruments and starts like playing softly.
Kate gets really a little like beat red, just being like, I'm open to a lot of goddamn things. I am not open to my partner literally yeeting themselves into an arm of a succubus willingly.
Not just any succubus. No, 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 no. The leader of the succubus. Because you see, in Runeforge is divided by 7 sins. One of them being lust. Obviously, that's where the succubi would reside. There's about a dozen of them. We kill the majority. They all run away that survive to the queen of succubi, right? All right, all right.
Okay, new queen. Okay, Lord of Lust. I mean, okay, a queen succubi. I prefer that. Oh God, Kate just says, burying their hand, face into their hand.
Yes, yes. And the queen of succubi decided that instead of just fighting, because obviously she's scared of Chomper here. I mean, who wouldn't be scared of Chomper? So they tried to work something else. We almost did until we realized that what she wanted was to us literally throw Lily at the succubi for fun time. That's all I will say. Then we refused, and Ursula decided to throw herself at it, and then the Queen of Succubi turned invisible, as well as Ursuline, and they ran off. We had to save them. Is that right, Cade?
Kate just sighs very, very deeply and goes, "Yeah, that sounds about completely right." The point is, Ursuline is fine. Ursuline is alive, and Ursuline is not going to do it again, right, Ursuline?
Ursula has like a mouthful of cake right now, and she's just like, "Mm-hmm."
Mm-hmm. Cade looks over and says, "See, look, we're good. We came to terms with it. We're moving on, right, Dino? We're gonna talk about the wall of sloth or greed or wrath. Let's not talk about wrath. Wrath kicked my ass. I did not like wrath. Cade just sighs and goes, I don't like the rune forge.
Yeah, but most of the enemies are dead, so now we can go back there and do whatever we want to.
Well,
A second
except for the
official
Not
base
go
giant
camp.
back.
fucking of the 7 lusts and a wall, but sure.
Yeah, it's like I'm good with the whole not going back thing.
Me
I mean,
too.
what's? I mean, hold it. What's there that could threaten us at this point?
What's the point in going back?
Funsies, I
Forging
guess.
more things.
Like, why waste our time?
Cade kind of grins and goes,
I
forging more
mean,
things.
it could work as a second secret base.
Oh.
Never
Cade
know
likes
when
the
we're gonna need an escape plan.
This will be
Cade just
like yet another potential secondary base, as you claim you have like
7 of them.
you got like the Jorgenfist Library. You have, I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to, there's always Foxglove Manor. There's I guess Rune Forge, maybe. I don't know that I would do that, but maybe.
I would fight
Pat
Cade.
is just like staring at Dino, like utterly.
There's
He's
this
just like,
you could, I'm sure you guys could just go to Fort Rannoch if you wanted to, and
Pat is just looking at him like, the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Think about it, like Runeforge is nearly impossible to get in if you don't know how to get in, right?
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who do, like that demon who promised us indifference without any time frame. Did we all forget about that part?
Cat's like,
Oh no, a demon! I am
I-
so scared.
there are many
Yeah,
places that we could go. I'd rather not go to the place that has proven to turn people insane.
All right, fine. It's an emergency bunker. How about that?
It's a terrible emergency bunker.
Name
I
one
mean, it's
person who can get
close.
into that thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Presuming we don't go insane while we're there.
Anyone who figures out how to do what you did to get in there could also get in there.
Cade just looks
Yeah,
at
but
him.
they have to
What,
do a lot to figure it out, and by then we'll be ready to secure the bunker. It's fine.
what about the fucking little gluttony demi monster plane shifting slug being things?
Oh yes, because I would totally want to go into a room where it's basically full of sludge and sewage.
No, but my point is that now that we cleared the forge, don't you think the few things that we left alone in there are gonna multiply? What about were rats? Like, we don't know what's down there.
Oh no, rats! I'm so scared.
Kay just looks at him and goes, "No, were rats, damn it."
Lair rats! I am so sorry. A slightly bigger version of the rat. I am so frightened.
Kane's just looking around at everyone and going, "I don't, Jorgenfest Library, yes, Runeforge, no."
I'd rather not go back to Roomforge.
More books. I finally learned a new language, damn it. I'm useful at the library, finally. Kay looks
Like,
over at
I'm
me.
down for going back to the library. Library sounds great.
Excuse me.
At this point, Vorvashali, once again in his like current state of intoxication, is just like, "What are you guys so worried about right now? You just got back."
You know what? You're right.
Kay
You
just
can never
kind of
be
goes,
too
"Yeah."
paranoid to have a contingency plan for a contingency plan. It's fine.
Pat's like, it's a little paranoid.
That's
We-
fine, man, but you gotta learn to have a little fun.
Kay just goes and looks at Vashali and goes, "Do you want something that goes up instead of what is down?" And then I start rifling through Dream's bag and looking up at Dream and going, "Can I?"
Dream, he assumes that you're like looking for drugs, and
Hmm.
he's just like, "Yeah, by all means, go ahead."
So yeah, I'm just gonna look for something that's gonna pep both me and Vashali up a bit and hand it to Dream and say thank you, and I'm gonna give him a few gold coins just as like a penance for thievery.
Dream's just
Very poor thievery.
Dream's like, "I know what you want," and he gives you and Vorvashali each a dose of sharp sugar.
Hey, let's go. I look at
Like, oh
Ameko.
god.
I look at Ameko and I go, "It's on the rim. We're putting it on the drinks. Let's do it."
Oh, the absinthe drink with the rim. Yeah, okay.
As Kate says, just so triumphantly.
Pat's like, oh no.
Yes, definitely. Not no, yes.
Cat,
Oh,
Cat
no,
just looks at
please.
Safa and goes, I think we're going to be playing, I think we're going to end up playing D&D tonight. Or at least I am.
Kate's just looking over and being like, "You don't have to follow me. I've lived here my whole life."
What, Cat looks, again looks at Safa. Do you want to partake?
Sava,
I am good. I am just like, if you want to, go ahead. I'll make sure you get home safe.
Sava looks at you and she says, "I'm not gonna stop you or anybody else here."
I did not ask you to stop me or anybody else. I asked, did you want some?
Well, you know, Cade gave me a little something on the walk over here, and
I heard. I was rather surprised by that. Hence what.
that's that's enough for me. I
Okay.
I want to just enjoy your company.
Aww.
Aww.
That works for me.
Just goes, oh, sure.
It's the wedding!
Yeah, and she just like plops her head on your shoulder.
Aww.
Dino's like, Cass is gonna go, Dino, shut up.
Eh.
Kate's gonna point at both Dino and Shaylis, and then
Yeah.
Kat and-
Shaylis is like elbowing Dino in the ribs, like, yeah. When's the wedding? Like,
Just an Uno reverse card, and I
Cass
don't
just gonna look at him like, oh, is there something that you are hiding from me?
I don't like this situation.
You were so keen. Oh no! You're so keen to talk about my relationships.
This cake is really good, isn't it, Kat?
This cake is amazing. Dino, do you have something you want to share with the class?
Do you have something you want to share with the class?
I got us free cake. I was asking Dino.
Kate just looks at her and goes, hey, we're playing fair now.
Kat looks at her. Kat's just like, has Dino ever played fair?
No.
No.
Excuse me! Name one scenario where I haven't played fair.
Dino, I look at you and say, you literally picked me up and moved me out of your way on the battlefield. With a
Oh, I'm sorry.
dinosaur.
Last time I checked, whenever I do that, it's either to avoid you getting killed or moving you while you're unconscious.
Well, that's not the point.
Kat's gonna be like, point being, is there something that you haven't told us?
Eh,
You seem
let me
so
see.
interested in my relationship. Do you need advice?
Ooh.
Advice.
Kate's hiding now behind both people, being like, I'm just gonna have my sharp sugar goodbye.
Where is Ursula when you need her to like tell Dino?
She has a face full of cake right now.
Kate looks at Kat and say, ask him what it's like one more time, and I'm gonna say what kind of cake this is.
It's delicious cake. We've already agreed on this.
You're right, it is delicious cake.
To celebrate your birthday.
Kate goes, I have a birthday?
Kat's like, yep.
Kate's just very fucked up right now, so Kate's just really excited to go, it's my birthday! Let's go!
as Cade is totally not obviously trying to remove themselves from relationship conversations. Hannah
Kat also looks at Safa and like, I'll explain the cake thing later.
Hannah taps you in the shoulder, and she's like, well, I've never wanted to use what you're about to do myself, but I've always been curious. What's it like?
You're asking me? I don't know. I've never had it.
No, Hannah's asking Cade.
Oh, okay.
Kate just looks up and goes, honestly, it's pretty intense. Everything kind of gets really, really hyped. And the countdown's not so great, so I don't like to do it often. But like, we just survived death from like 7 different lords of fucking sin. So I'm gonna just take this little win and enjoy the thrilling little bits of life that I feel that I can enjoy in a safety that is home. And yeah, if you ever want to try it, you definitely will try it. But I will be sober for you. I will also be drunk and on sharp sugar and slightly hallucinogenic alcohol. So that's a bad thing. Not a good sober sitter if I'm also not sober. Kate just kind of trails off looking at Hannah and just gives her a big hug and goes, thank you for taking care of me and thank you for not judging me in my idiocy right now.
Hannah is simply going to sip her tea and look at Cade and just say, I'm just going to live vicariously through you for tonight.
Kate grins and says, thank you very much.
She just says, I'm just glad you're back safe, and I just hope that you and your friends can enjoy yourselves and be safe, of course. But you've been in far more dangerous situations than a table full of cake and drugs. So
Kate kind of nods. That is very true. That is true. Thank you again for the non-judgment. And Kate goes back to looking at Miko and going, so, sharp sugar and the absinthe room thing? Yes.
Yeah, Mako's already got the drinks up, and she's just waiting for the product to
Yeah, I'm making my way there. Is what I'm saying.
to
In that
line
way.
to line the rim, and yeah, she takes care of
I'm
it.
gonna saw Kate and get me one too.
Dream pulls out like more sharp sugar, and he's just like, "Oh, I didn't realize so many people wanted it." So he pulls out enough to make sure that Dino can have one as well. And yeah, so the three of you enjoy your drug rimmed drinks, as is standard for sharp sugar. You feel your senses kind of heighten for a short time. Um, you also feel a little bit more energized. And given the come down of sharp sugar, and how exhausting it can be, probably not a bad way to get to sleep tonight.
Very nice.
And everyone very happily, and just because see, this is what it feels like to be home.
Yeah,
Very
it
true.
is.
Very true. Tim,
Yes.
Chomper makes his declaration now.
I keep forgetting Chopper can talk, and it always like
Yeah. Chopper can do
I
whatever.
keep forgetting that every time you're like, oh yeah, so Chopper's gonna say this thing now. I'm like, what?
Chopper is going to stand up and he is going to make a noble decree that Amako's Tavern is High Lord approved.
Please tell me Mako is very confused by this.
Is this like the equivalent of getting like one of those like Zagat rated stickers in the front door, or like a
I assume
Michelin,
they're this equivalent of like being
like a Michelin star or something. Like
so there is actually an
Imagine
equivalent for the
imagine the Michelin star, except in Fantasyland, it's more like a very high power noble straight up goes to this place and says, "Yes, you are
So
you
wait,
are
hold,
amazing. You will get your very own star."
instead of a
there
star,
is
it's
a
just a
real life
decal.
equivalent.
Which
I have to look up what it's called. That's like given by the British royalty.
it's, instead of a star, it's just a decal with Chomper's face on it.
I'm so glad.
Like he somehow had these made like without anybody knowing.
I
Oh,
believe
holy shit,
it.
High Lord Chomper. Yeah,
It's a
he
box
has
full
he
of
has
like
great
fucking
power.
Chomper bumper stickers or something. Like
Oh, it's called a royal warrant.
that doesn't
I
sound
believe
like a good thing.
No, a royal warrant of appointment is granted as a mark of recognition to people or companies who have rightfully supplied goods or services to the royal family.
Okay.
So Chomper is just made uh the first of many, hopefully, stops along his chain of approvals of restaurant and tavern fare.
Oh, this like when it comes to Tavern, Echo's gonna be like the only one that's truly High Lord approved. No one else is allowed.
To be fair, Mako
Um,
I think is the only one that's Chomper in.
That's true. That's true. I mean, to be fair, now that he's literally a talking lord, I think a lot more places might let him in just for the sheer
Novelty
The
value.
last place was fucking pissed about it, so they get the exact opposite of High Lord approved.
It's like
Get an actual fucking warrant. Fuck those guys.
they can be actual fucking word. Fuck those guys. I support.
there are racists everywhere. Bigots
There
a lot
are.
of
Yeah, Chomper is a High Lord of Wrath, and you better believe that we are going to use that title to its full potential. By the way, I wish for everyone to call him by High Lord Chomper, please and thank you.
No,
By the way, I
thank
have a feeling that like Sava is looking at Cat like the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, she absolutely is.
She's like, I'm sorry, I'm not high. I mean, Cat's like, oh, yeah, that's a thing now. I'll explain later.
Why not explain now? It's a perfect.
Yeah, How
A
does
lot happened. Dino,
how
do
did
you
he
wanna
how did
do you
he do
wanna
that?
explain this?
I am glad you asked. You see, like in the Runelord of Wrath, where power is everything. The main, like, by the way, every single wing has like their own powerful person that resides in there that we have to murder solely out of spite and total justification. By the way, don't at me. But
I'm adding you.
you dare. I regret
Mhm.
nothing. Anyway, so this person apparently has an official High Lord title. None of the other leaders of the respective Sin Wing has an official High Lord title, and the only way to get this title is to deal the killing blow to that specific person. Now, this specific person even tried to kill herself, but before she did, Chomper, being better than any sort of spell or fireball, killed her first, and now he is officially the High Lord of Wrath. Do
So
you know what a lord is? Imagine that, but higher.
Kate's
so
just staring at him with a little pouty face.
out of game knowledge dump. Throxus did successfully blow herself up, but Chomper was the last one to hit her before that happened, and so that's the real reason why he got the mark. But I mean, in character, sure. In character and in storyline, I like Dino's explanation.
Oh yeah, and like no one's gonna correct him.
Yeah, no one's gonna
Yeah.
correct him. Like,
The
well,
only one who might is Cade out of spite because Cade was very too sure of themselves that they were going to become anything of Wrath and then got their ass handed to them repeatedly in the Wrathway. But Cade just looks over at Dino and just goes, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened.
So yeah, he's the High Lord of Wrath now. That's a thing.
Weird thing, but a thing.
Oh yeah, so if we ever get any trouble politically, I have my ultimate winning card here, High Lord Chomper.
Pat just looks at Seven like, "Do you need another drink, sweetie?"
Sava is just like, yeah,
Is
yeah, I'll take another one.
Ever told you how? I imagine Dino's getting a little bit drunk at this point. Ever told you how awesome my dinosaur is? He's so
No.
we're
awesome.
well aware.
He is pretty fucking awesome. Kate pipes up also pretty fucking toasted.
Seemingly before Sava was even done asking for the drink, Mako had a mead right up there for her.
Please tell me Mako also is taking a drink after hearing that.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's always been one to enjoy a drink with all of you. So yeah, she's
Oh,
like,
no, I have a feeling that most of the table, it's like we were just told by a dinosaur. Hold on, I need to go.
but yeah, Mako is nursing a drink, as she often does when you guys are celebrating something. Mako does leave for a brief moment as she decides to bring a piece of cake up to Bethana's room, just in the event that she's still awake and would like some. So that takes her about a minute or two before she returns to behind the bar.
He's just very.
Pat's like, oh, actually, you know what would be great right now? Hey, Jareem, do you have a bottle of the good stuff that you can pull out?
I have a lot of things that I would refer to as the good stuff.
No, the stuff that even I was like, take all of it.
Oh. Kate just perks up.
Oh God, I gotta like now dig through his whole like list of drugs that he has to try.
Sorry,
and
not sorry.
Figure out what you're referring to here.
Wine. Wine.
The what? Oh,
wine
the ancient wine. That stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Chomper has all that. So yeah, Dream
Pointing over at Chomper and being like, "Oh yeah, that heavy shit. That's on him."
Dream just immediately starts like rifling through like one of the, I guess, bags that that Chopper has like slung over him.
Hi, Lord Chopper the pack mule.
Yes, High Lord Chomper the pack mule. Oh, that's so degrading, but very funny.
How fucking dare you? He is the ultimate High Lord of Wrath. All right, thank you very much. He is the strongest of boys.
Cage is looking over and going, I just am salty. Let me have this, damn it.
Oh, I'm willing to give you many things, Kay, but disrespect on my fucking dinosaur is not one of them.
But yeah, Dream starts pulling out some of the bottles. I mean, there's just an impossible amount of bottles for everyone to enjoy right now. Just 68 bottles of wine. But yeah, he judging by the number of people that are around, he pulls out 2 bottles. And yeah, this he like pops the cork on both of them and just takes like a big like whiff of the wine, and it's just like the most like intoxicating like smelling wine, like in a good way, not like oh he smells and he's immediately drunk. Like it just like enraptures him, like the smell, and he's like, this stuff is beautiful, I can't wait to drink it. And he like legit like flies like behind the bar next to Umeko, and he's like, don't worry, I got this. And he just pulls out like all kinds of glasses and starts pouring wine. And the wine is like it's legit like a blood red color. Like it's it looks like a little off for wine, because red wine's usually like really dark. But this is a bit off for the normal color. And he's like, he looks at everyone, he's like, yeah, I know this looks a little strange, but trust me, you're gonna want to try this. And he like he pours enough glasses for everyone, like even the people who might not want them. And his mindset is like, yeah, if you don't want it, then just like more for me. But
Yeah, exactly. It's
Oh,
getting
if they
drunk.
don't want it, I'll take it.
and yeah, he sets down a glass of wine in front of everybody, including Hannah, Shayless, the other NPCs. Um, even sets a glass down for Chomper,
Oh,
just in case. And he
Let him have some, Kate says, looking at Dino.
Jareem
Sounds like I
grabs.
don't, as much as Dino deserves some. It's not Dino. Chomper deserves some. I don't think it's a good idea for him to have some though. But I'll
Dream
leave that up to Dino.
Dream, sorry. I cut off.
Dream will hold up his glass, and he just says, here's to all of you for, I don't know, just
Making it through it.
yeah, we're all still alive, and we've done so much so many great things together, and I couldn't imagine doing it with anyone else. So here's to many more. And he starts drinking, and everyone else
Oh,
is
when
now
did you become a softie?
He's always been a softie, Kate says, nudging Dream.
he's like I just need to be in the right state of mind. And he like goes and like licks off any remaining sharp sugar from the rim of his other drink.
Well, all right. Cat holds up her glass and just goes to life.
to life.
Look, I am. No, I'm kidding.
Kate goes to life and unlife.
Here's to living more and making sure that our enemies no longer live.
Or at least surrendered. Kate pipes up.
when
Oh.
Kate says unlife, Dream points at his thrall and is like, yeah, unlife, and drinks again.
I'm so glad.
Fuck, we've been through a lot. I'm gonna give Chomper his glass of wine.
Kate just grins.
You think, Chomper?
I don't know. What does Chomper think?
Chomper thinks it over, and he just says, well, I have to say this does smell amazing. Maybe just a small taste, and he just like takes like a very small sip, and he looks up and he just says, "Not bad."
I love how we keep all forgetting that Chomper can talk. And then he
never
just speaks, and we're like, what is this?
Well, Dino never forgets, but like
Dino
part
never
of the-
forgets, the rest of us do.
Pretty sure Chomper's been able to talk since like level 2 or 3.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
This has been a consistent thing. I'm just laughing at the fact that the
I
rest
know,
of
I'm
us
just
all
saying.
forget. Dino remembers, the rest of us are like, oh shit, yeah, Chomper can talk.
Hey, Chomper.
He only talks when he's translating for Dino, and half the time we're just in a fighter just thinking, oh, Dino's talking through Chomper, it's fine. Let alone Chomper is a whole sentient being going, hello, I have feelings of my own.
Like, that we know, because we'll ask Chomper questions directly, but like, he tends to respond in nods and snorts.
That is true. Kate's just looking around at everyone and just being like, you know what? I am gonna head to bed before the night turns bad.
Cat's like, no.
Urslin's like, yeah, I need to make some more bullets.
You guys are suck and you're lame.
Kate just looks at them and goes, you know what? Do you want to be the one chasing me around Sandpoint because I stayed up?
Cat's like, I'm gonna end up doing that anyway.
I'm going to bed, so no, you won't. But if you keep taunting me, I'll choose the option. I'll choose that option. We will be running around
Let's continue
Sandpoint.
taunting you, Cade.
Kate's just looking over at Dino, going, okay, one more drink. One more, and then.
Yeah.
How does Lily feel when she takes a sip of shot at a drink?
Ooh.
Because Lily's probably a white.
Sorry,
she's a lightweight.
Rob was saying some stuff in the chat, and I was just answering to him. So yeah, my brain was going in many different directions here. So I have Cade and Ursulin going to bed, and
Well, no, Kate decided she wanted another drink.
oh, Cade wanted another drink. Okay, so yeah,
Dino
what?
convinced. Dino
Okay.
convinced.
So what
Yeah.
what sort of drink you want? More of that wine? You want
More the wine. More the wine. Just
More the
because
wine.
it's a special occasion.
So they pour you another glass of wine.
Lily wants a drink. She's probably gonna be a lightweight since she doesn't really drink that much.
Yeah, you have a glass of wine in front of you. Dream poured one for everybody there.
Does Lily get drunk very quickly?
Roll
Yep.
Constitution.
She would.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. If you say you're a lightweight, then fine. You can feel you can feel a little loopy off of one glass of wine, I suppose. We could say Dream poured some pretty healthy glasses of wine.
Still want me to roll for Constitution?
I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
like,
if you
has-
want to, because if you roll really low, then I could say that you're like plastered. 10. Okay, yeah, you're feeling it. You're not like falling. You're not like falling over yourself or anything, but
Has
you're
Lily ever been drunk?
definitely not sober.
Like, this is a question for Brie. Has Lily ever been drunk?
Nope. Yes. No. Yes. No. She's a lightweight, so she doesn't drink much. So if she does
Okay.
get drunk, it's very often far few between.
Okay. So Kate's enjoying this thoroughly, then.
Kat is just happy to like not be dead. She's still
Yeah.
in the not dead hot. And Kat's like, oh, wait, and brings out the blackberry brandy and be like, who wants some?
You
Kate
see-
Goes
Yeah.
well with cake.
Yeah, you see most people like raise their hands.
So Kat starts pouring blackberry brandy for everyone.
Kate looks at them both and go, I said one more. And then looks at half the unfinished wine glass and goes, if I just have half of this brandy glass, that is still technically one more.
Kat's like, that's the spirit.
I just imagine Urzum staring at Cade, rolling her eyes, being like, "Really?"
And Kat also looks at Sava and goes, "As much as I miss you, I'm probably gonna end up staying here to make sure Cade doesn't hurt herself."
I appreciate.
Like, just as a heads up, she's like, "I miss you. I love you. I'm going to like take care of the kid." It's like, "I miss you. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm gonna make sure that my drunk friend doesn't like hurt herself."
Cade just goes, "You know what? We had a chance where I would have just gone quietly into the night, but no."
No, you can't.
Mm.
Kat is just like, "This is fine. I miss this. I miss taking care of my crew."
Cade just kind of grins at her and goes, "You know what? Thank you, because I can take care of you on a battlefield, but in cities, I'm hopeless."
At this point, Father Xanthus sort of bids everyone a good night. He merely wanted to see everyone after all of the adventures and just enjoy watching the celebration, as he decided not to really partake much in the specific types of revelry that you guys have gone for.
Question:
Yes.
How drunk is Dino?
Not at all.
Roll Constitution.
Damn it, I be unstoppable. This was fortitude. This is straight con. Then and no.
Yeah, straight con for drinking.
Damn it.
That's how we've
Come on,
always
roll
done
20,
it.
Don't fail me now.
Come on, roll 20, fail Dino.
Oh, I'm
But,
talking about. I needed to load.
Father Xanthus reminds you all that he's going to send for Dream
Yeah.
and Lily and whoever else wants to
Damn it.
assist in raising the guard come Moon Day. 10.
Had it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you had one of the drug laced drinks, so yeah, you're feeling pretty loose, I would say.
So Kat's go, like, hey Dino.
Hi, cat.
Hold up. Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Life's good. I have my dinosaur
Good,
with me and
good.
Shayla. Life's good.
So Kat's gonna cast Charm Person.
Ow!
On Dino.
Ow! I refuse.
Okay, will saving throw.
I'm going to regret this.
You are so goddamn lucky I don't have my 8th level spell slot. God damn it, no. No. Easy clap.
And you were worried.
I was very worried.
Buh.
So Kat attempts to cast Charm Person and misses. She's like, alright, I guess I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Hi, Dino.
Hi, cat.
How you doing?
Life's good.
Have you had any with the blackberry brandy? I think you should have some more. It's really good.
Cade just looks straight at Kat, going, "Hey, what's up, friend?"
Do you want some blackberry brandy, kid?
Yeah, totally. I'm playing it off like you hit me with your charm person instead, just for the record.
Oh,
How come I have a feeling I know exactly what she's doing?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I've been here forever. I've just been quiet, but I have a very strong inclination for knowing what Kat is trying to do,
Okay,
and I don't want to be a part of it.
continue.
So anyway, Kat's like, great, take another.
Cade just takes a whole bottle.
What do you think, Tim? Am I drunk enough to the point where Dina would say, no, I don't, no, I don't think I can handle another drink? Or do you think Dino gets yeah, I can get another drink without being sick?
I feel like Dino's pride would view that as a challenge and
Oh,
have him take
yeah.
another drink. But
Oh, my pride.
yeah, I think that's what would happen personally.
Why not?
Great. It's really good.
And
I believe you.
yeah, as Kat says, the blackberry brandy is delicious as ever.
It is. I feel like we don't really talk all that often sometimes. It's mostly fighting.
Mostly fighting, yes.
With good intentions. And I gotta know, tell me a little bit about what's good? What's new in the life of Dino?
Oh, that fighting. No. We don't fight. We tease each other, but we don't fight. I thought you meant fighting like we usually murder other things. Those other things usually deserve dying.
That is true. They usually deserve dying.
Did you know that Chomper's a High Lord now? It's so
I
cool.
know. Isn't that amazing?
Chomper deserves more. I'm not gonna lie. Chomper deserves more.
Chomper deserves everything Chomper ever wants.
That is very true. I agree with that statement.
Cage
So-
was looking back and forth between the two, then slowly losing
So,
track
you
of
keep
what
talking about hideouts. You're not having a good time here in Sandpoint? You haven't made any friends?
I made plenty of friends. Like this one guy with the herbs. Shayla's? You met Shayla's? Shayla's pretty dope.
Yeah, Shayla's is pretty dope.
Learning image.
What about me?
You and Shayla seem pretty close, actually.
You are pretty dope. Cade just pipes up looking at whoa.
So Cat's
I'm
like, so you and Shayla seem pretty close, right?
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
You seem. Why? I have to ask, if everything's going so well, why do you want so many backup hideouts so badly?
Because wizards suck ass. So,
Oh. You sure you're not running from something else?
I don't run from anything. I'm not running anywhere. I'm just saying, in case we need to make a backup escape route, we should always have it. We should always have a contingency plan.
So you won't run from anything?
No,
Nothing?
not unless I absolutely have to.
Not unless you absolutely have to?
Unless I absolutely have to.
Okay. You know what? I'm done with my drink. Do you want another one?
No.
You sure? Because I'm about to pour myself another one anyway.
Have fun with that, cat.
All right. So Kat lightly pours herself another drink. Goes, it feels like everybody's been coupling off lately.
I know, right? I'm Jumper's a High Lord. I'm getting more awesome than I ever was. Life's good.
Yeah, tell me more about what's awesome.
I got 8th level spell. I can summon walls of lava. Very nice, very nice.
Any personal conquests?
Personal conquest.
At this point, Shaylis turns to Dino and says, "Yeah, any personal conquests?"
There's on conquest I take personally, like Karzug. That fucker needs to die.
That's
The one
not
snow
what
giant?
she meant, Dino.
Cat's like, Dino, I thought you said you didn't run from anything.
I don't run from anything.
So then why are you running from my question?
Who said any conquest? And there's plenty.
I said
I've
personal
conquested.
conquest, Dino. And you're
Lily's
not
just
paid. You get
Right.
innuendo.
lightly drunk Lily is just tired of Dino not getting the question. She's like, "Oh my god, she's asking about your love life."
No, Dino gets it. Cat is
I love
prodding him.
lots of things. I love you all. I love Tomber especially. Shayla's here is also on that list. I love killing things that deserve to be killed. I like
Killing things is good, but I'm sorry. Can you go back a sec? Can you
Shay-
go back a second? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Shaylis goes, I'm really glad I made the list alongside your dinosaur and murder.
I don't think you quite understand, Shayla's. Justified murder just proves how awesome I am because
Wait,
I found people. I found people that made me who I am today. And I'm so happy about that, and I need to prove that I'm awesome all the time.
Nice.
Cat's just gonna go. I'm sorry. Can you go back a second before you said? Just back to right before you said. Dino and Chomper and murdering people. What'd you say about Shayla?
I love you all. You see, you're all very close friends of mine, and I would murder for all of you.
That wasn't what you said.
And I,
You said Shayla was on the list of your love.
yeah, she is on the list.
I heard especially Shayla's.
Kate looks over at Kat and goes, and this almost was like a wedding cake.
Yes, that we got for your
I
birthday.
know. Hey, I know this is a wedding cake. I just didn't want to make fun of Kat quite yet. But I'm not going to make fun of Kat.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, but Cade was the one who picked it out, right, Cade?
Oh shit. Yeah,
I immediately pick up Lily in the old fashioned. I pointed towards Cade. Is she lying, Lily?
Lying about what now?
Am I lying?
About what?
Cade said that she bought the cake, and I don't believe that.
No, I said Cade picked out the cake.
I wasn't there.
I give Lily guidance.
I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
Then I shake Lily. You're my lie detector. God damn it, work.
Yeah.
Sense motive against that bluff roll from whoever is trying to see if Kate is lying or not.
Okay, I'll sense motive. Yeah, give it a second.
On.
I love this.
God damn it.
Yeah, you don't know. You try to pick up on Cade's vocal inflections and body language tells, and it's Cade is a very good liar. So yeah.
You try intimidating them.
No. I have rules I follow. Intimidating my own party when not necessary is one of them.
You said you'd intimidate me.
Yeah, you're my childhood friend. You're different.
What do you mean? What do you
You can accept this as the rule.
It shouldn't be different from me and your friends.
You're my friend, silly. It's just that since you're my childhood friend, I have to take extra care of you. So I have to be extra sure that you don't do dumb things.
That's true. That's true.
So where does Shayla's fit in this?
You have the extended warranty plan.
Okay, let me see. On the list, I would say Chomper's up high. Alright, he's literally the reason why I am.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it comes to... I'm not sure how I would rate, but I would say it's a tie between you guys and Shayla's. I protected you guys for the longest time, protected you from all sorts of people who suck ass, and you all saved or help me and Chomper. I appreciate you all for that. And Shayla's is a pretty dope person, I'm not gonna lie.
Kat is just like looking incredulously. And I'm like, and she looks at him and she looks at Shayla's and she's just like, dude's a meathead. I give up.
Yeah.
A meathead? Excuse you, I'm a druid.
You don't have a Oh, please. Yeah, you're a druid. You are great. You're fantastic. You don't have a single empathetic bone in your body. I mean, my God, the way that you dance around on the idea of a personal relationship is just freaking outstanding. And Kat just goes off.
What you thought about.
It's like, you make fun of me consistently for having a relationship with a woman that I love, which, God damn it, never thought that would happen in my life for multitudes of reasons. Here you are. You don't seem to be able to have a genuine relationship with anybody other than your fucking dinosaur. No
feel
offense,
you,
Chomper,
but
you're amazing. This
I-
doesn't have to do with you. This has to do with the fact that your goddamn partner is a fucking idiot.
Kate's tapping
I
Cat
have
on the
no
shoulder.
idea you empathize. I literally just said I care about you all, and I care deeply about Shayla's. I don't know what you're talking about.
Looks at Shayla and is like, I tried. I really tried. Good luck with this one. And walks away.
Wait,
Kate looks at Cat
wait.
and goes, "So when are you proposing?"
Wait, I got a question.
Actually, how long has it been? Like,
How long has it
actually,
been
sorry,
since what? Since you guys got here?
together. No, how long has it been since Shayla and I got together?
Oh,
Sava,
Like
you
a
mean?
month? Or Sava, sorry.
Jesus. Let's see. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. No. It's been like in actual game time. It's been I think 4 months about since the beginning of the campaign. So
We'll say like 2 and we've been away for most of it.
yeah, say like 1.5 to 2.
Cat just turns to Kate and is like, dude, we barely know each other right now. We're still trying to figure that part out.
Kate's laughing hysterically and going, "Then what are you expecting out of me? He literally is the best relationship, and his best friend is a dinosaur. I think he's made a lot of goddamn progress." Shayla's is literally human, at least.
Are you
Humanoid?
saying my girlfriend's not human?
No, I'm saying that Dino has a relationship with a humanoid being that isn't Chomper.
Okay, so I have to know what Sava's reaction to that whole tirade was. Because I may have just ruined my relationship. That's like a month old. Oh, that reminds me. So Kat
Roll-
finishes that, goes back, realizes what she said, and goes, "Oh shit."
Roll perception, Cat.
So sorry. In game, Kat goes, freaks out, walks away, goes to Sava, realizes what she just did, and goes, "Oh fuck."
Oh, no.
So let me roll perception.
Yeah, roll perception. Okay, so you like get all your emotion out, and you're just kind of like that exasperated, like breathing heavy, don't know what to say. You're just like like still kind of like a little bit enraged, and then you overhear a bit of a hushed conversation over at the bar between Sava and Ameko,
No.
and you hear Sava go, "Which room is she staying in?" And Ameko answers. You don't hear what Ameko says. Sava's like, "You got another key to that room?"
Yeah, it's like, that'll work. Yeah, Kat hears this, looks at Mako, just nods vigorously.
Yes. I'll give you my key. It's fine.
Kat is just nodding vigorously at Mako. Like, giant thumbs up, just yes.
Kate just looks over and back and forth and kind of starts to back up a bit and goes, "And I know my keys to leave a conversation. Goodbye." And walks
Meanwhile,
over to-
Kat's just happy internally, Kat's just happy she did not fuck that up.
Okay.
"Good night," Kate says with a grin, and walks over to Rosalind. And says, "So, wine upstairs?" And grinning and then holding up the brandy bottle that I pilfered from Kat, offering it to me earlier instead of taking a drink, taking the whole bottle, and says, "Also, this can come with us."
So while Kat actually just looks at Chopper and goes, "Somehow you are the more emotional of the two. Please make sure Dino doesn't do anything stupid that's going to ruin his life."
That's a valid thing.
Like, she says it's to Chopper, not Dino.
I get it.
It's like, you're the more emotionally mature one, somehow. Please make sure that he, like, rose up and just exasperately walks away.
Sava comes to actually grab you, and she's like, "Save some of that energy." And she's like pulling, she's like trying to get you like, "Go, let's go to bed." Like,
The cat's like, all right, I guess I'm going to bed now.
To have fun.
Cat's like, no, actually, no. Before that, Cat's like, how does somebody grow up to be that age and not understand how the like? Oh my god! How has he always been like this? You've known him longer than I have. Has he always been? Is he just doing this to piss me off?
Yes.
Is he just doing this to piss Shayla off? Is there something I don't know about?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm like talking to Sava as she's pulling me upstairs. I am still ranting.
Who are you asking that question to?
I'm talking to Sava as
Yeah,
she's pulling me upstairs.
Sava's just like, I know. We can talk about it when we get to the room.
Mostly,
Just
Kat is no longer shouting this. She's more of like that, like hushed, like just. I don't know how to describe it, but like, you know, like how sometimes like you're talking to somebody, you're walking away from the decision, like, I don't know how they do this. Like, you're just ranting. Is that kind of like hushed rant tone?
I do understand what you're talking
Okay,
about.
that's what's happening right now. Because Kat
Okay.
was at least expecting something. She was not expecting Dino
Stonewall.
to just be Dino, I guess.
Dino for you. Cave
Feels
just
like
looking
Phil's cracking up the entire time.
window and starts saying goodnight to everyone else, and walks over to Ursuline and says, "So yeah, upstairs." Sure.
all right, yeah. Ursuline and Cade go upstairs as well. Ursuline elects to, or I mean, my idea before I knew you were even here was that Ursuline was gonna go to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Saying that she needed to make bullets. Once
I mean, but then Cat had her whole tirade, and I was kind of interested in that.
yeah.
It's fair.
And then once you guys go to bed, like Hannah bids everyone goodnight, she leaves. Vorvashali is still just like chilling with everyone, particularly Jareem. Just
The boy.
the boy, yeah. So to get you guys caught up, basically Kat went around and like got all your NPC friends like late at night and was like, come celebrate with us. Like, we're back. And,
Kate did.
oh great, Kate did, sorry. And then yeah, they all showed up and they had cake and they had some of that nice ancient wine and absinthe drug drinks and
How many bottles of ancient wine do I have?
60, well, 66 now. We've used 2 bottles of wine for this party.
I'm gonna
and
gift a
Kate-
bottle to Vorvashali.
Kat went on a rampage trying to get Dino to fess up because Dino made too many cutting remarks and also hinted at a relationship with Shaylis, and Kat like was trying to get him to confess it, and he was an oblivious idiot, and she just went on an angry rant about it.
Also, Vorvashali made a point of telling everyone that he had just gotten a bunch of cool shit in his shop and you should stop by tomorrow or soon.
I'm coming.
Just say you give Ursuline a bottle of wine.
Yeah, Dream said he was going to give Vorvashali a bottle of wine.
Okay, cool. I didn't know.
By the way, Tim.
Oh, yeah,
I need
Kate-
you to say-
Kate also brought a piece of cake to Jabrail because Jabrail was still working and couldn't come.
Ah. Poor
Oh, by the
Gerbil.
way, Tim, unrelated to this, but like, I would like if you do get a chance when you're editing the episode, can you just like send me a clip of my rant?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I don't, in case I ever decide that like, you know, medicine and teaching isn't for me, I probably have a great career in dramatic art.
Great is like the leader of interventions. You could like revive that old TV show Intervention.
Oh God.
It would just be you screaming at people. I would love it.
Like, Oh my god, you have no idea how much I could wish I could scream that at some of my students, but that's besides the point.
I believe it.
All right. So those of you who have not gone to sleep, feel free to continue enjoying the night however you choose. Shayless is sticking around, I guess, as long as Dino is up for, and yeah. So the group of people who are sitting at this table enjoying the celebration still. It's Dino, Lily, Chomper, Jareem, Vorvashali, and Jareem's Thrall. And
I'm so glad.
Dream's fucking metal man Thrall, who has clearly no idea what to do with any of the food and drink because he's now undead and he was feeble minded and you know.
He's just like, yeah, I think that's the thing I do.
I think
You
I'll
know
just
where
have
shit-
I'll have Metal Man guard the outside.
Okay. Metal Thrall man guards. So you employ him as the bouncer
Yeah.
outside the Rusty Dragon. Oh man. What a session this is.
I'm gonna lean over to Shayless and I'm say, have I ever told you how much fun it is to fuck with Cat? It's like one of my favorite things.
Please tell me Shayless is pissed at him. Please make that have worth my while.
She is looking at Dino like rather incredulously. Just like, yeah, I can't imagine how she puts up with you sometimes, I guess, but
So I do, I guess I owe an explanation, don't I?
Yep.
Alright, what I'm about to tell you, no one else can know, alright?
oh, so none of these people that are also sitting here?
To be fair, they're all high anyway.
That's a fair point, actually. They're all various levels of intoxicated.
Like, anybody who would be paying attention and remembering this is already in bed.
Dino probably more so than most.
Except for maybe Mako, and Mako has, like, very much learned when not to open her mouth.
Oh, and Ameko knows her limits when it comes to drinks. Like I said, she just nurses the drinks whenever she decides to have one with you.
Except for that one time. I forgot what exactly he said to Mako, but, like, she just started downing them. Anyway, I'm sorry, Dino. I interrupted you, and I'm not even there.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna ask Shayla if she wants to take a walk with me.
Wait, did you say Lily?
No,
I meant
Shayless.
Shayless.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, Shayless just says, yeah, that sounds great.
Alright, Lily, you're in charge of make sure the party doesn't die, alright? Cool.
No,
See you
thank
later.
you. No, 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 no.
Alright, you're
I'm
the
going to
healer. It
bed.
is your
I'm
responsibility.
going to bed. Good night.
Okay. Lily goes to bed, leaving the party now as Jareem, Vorvashali, and Chomper sitting at this table.
All right. What do
I'm
you
gonna
guys
ask
want to get
Chomper-
into?
I asked Chomper to guard the dragon. No one.
Chopper wants to try Sharptrigger.
Oh God.
Oh, come on. Let Champa hang out.
Yeah, Chomper was already given a sip of wine, and he rather enjoyed it.
I'm gonna give him more wine. I'm gonna pour a little bit in Chomper's bowl.
Okay. You give Chomper a little more wine. Chomper seems content with it. He follows Amako's lead and doesn't just like doesn't just like chug it down. So yeah, Dino and Shaylis go on their walk. We'll role play that. So yeah, it's a pretty cold night here in Sandpoint tonight. Um, it's cloudy. Um, not like threatening a storm or anything, but yeah, it's cloudy. It's a chill in the air. Shaylis kind of turns towards Dino and just like, what was all that back there?
Well, half of it was me messing with Cat, and half of it was sort of true. About how, yes, I do indeed care very much for you. In fact, I would say that when it comes to romantic love, which I know 100% that what Cat was talking about, I definitely am romantically in love with you. No doubt about it. The reason I didn't want
By
to
the
say
way,
that.
Cat shouts out her window. I called it, and then goes back to
Oh no, I'm making damn sure I'm out of earshot. Like,
Yeah,
even I
no, I'm
couldn't
kidding.
be that far away.
Cat's a little busy right now for this.
Cat has like a sixth sense mid activities, and
He's like, I was right, and then goes back to.
yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway, when it comes to romantic love, yes, I absolutely am romantic and love you. The only reason why I make fun of Cat is because, well, it's funny. And two, she tries to hide it, try to be a little sneaky like the wedding cake because she knows I'll tease her about it. I'm not quite as shy. I just like messing with her is all.
But why?
Why not?
I don't know. Just the idea
To
that
admit it.
you're making fun of her for something that's not too different from what we have is a little strange.
Well, to be honest, I've never actually seen her get that angry about it. The worst I think I've ever teased her is saying stuff like, "How's the wife?" and "When's the wedding?" I don't think I've ever intentionally I've tried to upset her, and if I have, I do probably should apologize. I never mean to really upset any of my party members when I mess with them.
So Cat is telepathically sending Shayla's is you can do better.
Yikes.
Wow.
Kidding. Anyway.
Um but yeah, Shaylis thinks about it and she's like, well, you and your friends are always going off on these like super dangerous adventures, and it's not just it's really all of us here in the town are always a little bit worried when you guys leave. We worry that maybe some or all of you might not come back, so maybe just have a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe like appreciation for the people who care about you and how much they care about you, and like there are, all your friends love you. Your friends clearly love each other. We've seen. We all know that Cade and Urslan have kind of paired themselves off, and Cat has Sava. You have me.
Dream has drugs.
Dream has drugs.
Yes, sir.
And who knows? Probably Vorvashali too. I mean, what I'm trying to say is there's no sense in teasing people for having having someone care about them. Especially when you consider how much we really do care for all of you.
You got me there. All right, I'll find a new way to tease Cat, but I'll stop making fun of her for her girlfriend, if you will, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, I just would have expected that you all would just be just really happy for each other instead of behaving like you're school children or something. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. It's funny, but you know, the I don't know everything of what you're dealing with, but it seems like the stakes are higher than pranking and joking with each other about it.
True, that is how we share our love. All of us try to mess with each other. Hell, like you cannot tell me Cat was trying to trying to think, oh, I'm this close up person that doesn't talk about shit, and how she was totally trying to set me up with that whatever spell that was and trying to get me drunk. It was not completely one sided.
I believe you.
Even if I knew the majority. Anyway, Sharon, in a confession of love, I am willing to tell you a secret. A secret I've told not a single soul. Not even my party members know the secret.
Okay, and what's that?
There's a reason why I prize Chomper above everything else.
Okay, I mean, doesn't surprise me, but what's the reason?
Okay, so after I'm not sure if I told you this, but when I was like 9 years old, I ran away from home back in Magnamar. I ran all the way to this river. After a certain amount of time, I found Chomper. Slowly got along, he slowly became tame, and he became my closest ally. And one
Okay,
day, lizard folk came up to both of us. I don't quite understand what they were saying at the time. Essentially, it led us back to their village. I won't say exactly where it is because they did make a promise. And I will never really tell anyone where they are. They don't see all humanoids as friendly. And then I met what was going to be my future mentor, who taught me essentially everything I know today. My survival instincts, what to look for when it comes to perceiving the world around me, and the very essence of how I became a Jew in the first place.
okay,
And when I found the language, the reason that they did because there was like an ancient, I don't want to say prophecy, but kind of like a legend in a way. That someone would come to them needing to learn the ways of the lizard folk, which is dinosaurs and druidity, if you will, and that specific person will be a key feature in protecting, will do something great, I suppose. I don't remember exactly what the legend was. So that's the only, and the best way to know is, well, if they were to tame a dinosaur by themselves.
so that's you then.
hmm Here's one thing I've never been able to shake off. What would have happened if I never met Jumper?
well, suppose maybe you would have ended up going back home. Maybe you would
Eh.
have ended up somewhere else entirely. I mean, well, let's not talk about the worst possibilities, but I think I get it now.
That's my main concern. If I never would have met Chomper, I would have just been some kid that ran away from home. I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be a hero. I would be long dead. I know this. I do love you all, I swear. I'm not thick-skulled like Cat likes to think I am. Do try my best to show emotions. I do my best, but the things make me worried. I'm scared. I'm scared of the future. I'm scared of losing my friends. And I'm scared of losing Chomper.
Something tells me it'll all be over soon. I don't know how, but I just know it'll be over soon. And once it is, you won't have to worry about this stuff anymore. You'll be able to enjoy your success the way you want.
I want to protect everyone. That's all I want. I love this town. I love my friends. I love you. And I just really, really don't want to let anyone down. I don't want to let my parents down. I don't want to let this town down. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let my friends down. I have to. If I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I'll tell you this: nobody, nobody in this town needs to see our heroes crying tonight. This is a this is a night for celebration. You and your friends have done a great thing, even though I'm sure none of us here, well, except for maybe Brodert, could even fathom the the scale of what you've all done already. So why don't we just forget all the stress for tonight? Let's just go to sleep. Worry about it when it's time to worry about it.
Alright. Alright. Thanks, Shaylas.
Of course, and she gives you a big hug, and she starts like kind of like coaxing you back in the direction of the rusty dragon. You guys get back to the bar. You open the door, and the second you open the door, you just hear Vorvashali just like loudly say, as if he's like finishing his story. He's like, and that's how I discovered the cure for filth fever. And you've no idea of the context or like if he's lying, but but he just he's just trying to entertain anyone who will listen with a story.
That's fantastic.
And like Chopper looks like he's just eating it up. Jareem is just like sitting there smoking his pipe, like yeah, man, you did it.
You sure did.
But okay. So as the rest of the night winds down, I will move us to Sunday.
I think it's Cry Day.
Cry Day, yeah. So with everybody now present, and we still have a fair amount of time before I'd be looking to wrap up. So why don't we why don't
really see this
we?
message from our sponsors.
Yes. From the new cereal, Chomper Crunch. No, I don't know. I was gonna say, why don't we do a little visit to the Feathered Serpent, and all of you can find out about all the really cool items that I rolled up for this session for Vorvashali to have in stock.
Yeah.
Being one of the only businesses that's going to be open on a Sunday anyway. And yeah, I will always leave that silly drawing on the map because
I appreciate it.
it gives the show some extra character. Why are these tokens?
I don't see the silly drawing.
Well, yeah,
My
I
map
haven't
is
I haven't,
black.
I haven't put
Oh.
you on the map yet. Some of the tokens are not displaying the correct numbers, so I'm just fixing that real quick. So let's put Chomper on the map as well. Dream, Cade, Cat, and Lily. And there we go. Yeah,
I see you as
it does that to me too. I respect it. respect it.
Can I draw one?
I can't stand seeing the people I love crying. I mean, yeah, you feel free to draw on this map. I don't really care too much as long as it's not like inappropriate. I'm fine with it. So Vorvashali sees all you walk in, and he's like, "Yes, I knew you guys would show up. I have so much cool shit to show you." And he goes and gets like a big box full of stuff. So inside the box, I'll give brief descriptions of what things look like before I go into what everything does. So you see like a jewel like lens that over time, like, you know, you'll look at this lens and it'll be, let's say, blue in color, and then you'll go and look at some of the other items that are in the box and you'll look back at the lens and it'll be black or it'll be red. Like, it changes colors, and it doesn't seem to have any sort of pattern to it. There is a short length of chain at the end of which is dangling a humanoid skull. Then there is a vine that has 5 green berries that are dangling off of it. There is a very finely polished and cut garnet stone. There is a set of silver and gold chainmail armor. There is a hardened, oversized looking eyeball, like a really, really big, like, eyeball, almost like a foot across, just a massive ass like eyeball. There is similarly nicely polished and cut shard of quartz. There is a golden colored looking like funerary style mask. You see a crystal jar that appears to have some kind of like ointment or like cream inside of it. And finally, there is a small flask that is kind of like an off-white color. It is opaque though, so it's impossible to see what's inside of it. So, who wants to know about what?
I want to know about the thing that we in the opaque container.
I want to know about the eyeball.
All right, so with those, Vorvashali explains that feel free to roll spellcraft or detect magic to see what see what these things are for yourselves. But I'll start with the things that were asked about. So Vorvashali explains that the flask is something that's known as bottled Yeti fur. This is it's a single-use item, to be clear. The description is this small opaque flask releases a thick stream of coarse white fur when it's opened. The fur will creep up the user's arm and across their entire body until they're completely covered in what looks like a tangled pelt. While they are coated with the fur in this way, they gain cold resistance 5, +2 natural armor to their AC, and a +4 competence bonus on stealth checks in areas of ice or snow. These effects will last for 24 hours, at which point the fur will shed off of your body, or you can end it early by soaking any affected part of your body in alcohol. As far as the eyeball, this is called an all-seeing eye. This, like I said, it's a hardened, oversized eyeball, nearly a foot in diameter. The possessor of the all-seeing eye gains a +1 bonus to any divination spell DCs that they cast, as well as a +1 bonus when attempting to dispel divination effects. Once per week, the possessor of an all-seeing eye can cast Commune as a spell-like ability without the need for a material component, much like the homebrewed item that I gave to, I think, Lily. I think that has Commune on it. Using an all-seeing eye to cast Commune uses up the magic for the week, so you don't get the bonuses that I described if you use it to Commune. Any other items that you want me to explain without the need for rolls? Anything else?
What else was there?
I heard chainmail, so I'll go to that one next. So this is called Armor of the Celestial Host. This is actually a scaling magic item. So I'll go through the base first. This is a bright silver and gold +1 chainmail armor. It is so fine and light that it can be worn under normal clothing without betraying its presence. This armor carries a maximum dex of +5, armor check penalty of -2, and an arcane spell failure chance of 15%, and it is also considered light armor. Now, as far as what it does at your current level, 15th level, the armor, the enhancement on it is +4. The maximum dexterity bonus increases to +8. The armor check penalty decreases to -1, and additionally, the wearer of the armor can cast Fly on themselves once per day. And it scales once more at 17th level. The enhancement increases to +5, and the ability to use Fly is reduced to a swift action. And then at 19th level, the armor causes the wearer to literally grow wings, giving you a constant 60-foot fly speed with good maneuverability.
Yes, that.
Okay. As far as the other items, like I said, there's like the jewel-like lens that changes colors. There is the length of chain that has a humanoid skull sort of hanging off one end of it. There's a vine with some berries that have grown on it. There is a very fine-looking garnet stone, a very fine-looking shard of quartz. There is the golden funerary mask, and there is the crystal jar full of some kind of cream or ointment.
I don't know what the
What's the
vine
skull
is
do?
with the berries.
All right, so the skull and the vine. So I'll go with the vine, or sorry, the skull, just because Dream was asking first. So this item is called a Grim Lantern. This is a very macabre-looking lantern composed of a humanoid skull dangling from a short length of chain, as I described. there's a small fragment of soul stuff trapped inside of it. This stuff burns slowly in a flame that does not give off any heat. The flickering light shines from the skull's eye sockets, casting light as a. I guess there's another item called a bullseye lantern, so I guess it casts light as that does. So probably like a short distance of light that you can use. On command, the lantern can consume the soul stuff, and this acts as a burning hand spell. Doing so extinguishes the lantern. However, whenever a living creature with at least one hit die is slain within 30 feet of an empty lantern, it absorbs a fragment of that creature's soul and restores its glow. Vine. This is called a verdant vine. This is a wrist slot item, to be clear. Consisting of a vine with 5 green berries. The verdant vine is worn tied around the wrist. Once per day on command, the wearer can pinch a berry off of the vine and throw it up to 30 feet away as a splash weapon. Viciously thorny vines erupt in a 20-foot radius from the point of impact, even if the thrown splash weapon attack misses the target. Creatures within the area must succeed at a DC 16 reflex saving throw or become entangled as the spell entangle, as the vines coil around the creature's legs. The vines persist, but at the start of the affected creature's turn, it gains a new saving throw against the effect. If the affected creature fails that saving throw, it also takes 1d4 points of damage. Additionally to getting a saving throw, if the affected creature chooses, it can make a strength check against the DC of 20, made as a standard action. Success will allow the affected creature to break free and end the effect. Failing will cause the vines to constrict further, dealing an additional 1d4 points of damage. So this is a 5-use wrist slot item. It says nothing about the berries regenerating, so this is 5 uses and then it's done. Since you guys have already asked about a bunch of these items, I'll just go and explain the rest now. So Vorvashali then pulls out the color changing lens. This is called a rhombo crystal. The jewel-like lens slowly changes colors over time with no discernible pattern. It may appear as a ruby one morning and a sapphire that night, only to become opaline for the entire next day. Most owners set their rhombo crystal in a metal sort of setting on a chain, carrying it as a pendant or perhaps even a monocle. A rhombo crystal can be used as a magnifying glass, and it grants its bearer a +5 competence bonus on appraise checks involving gems and crystals. So it's very similar to Urslin's Miser's Mask.
I want the crystal thing.
Okay.
I'm staking claim on it.
Let's see here. Also, the Garnet Stone. This is a meta magic gem. This is a single-use item that allows you to use the extend spell meta magic feat. The spell level is not increased when cast using the gem, but as I said, it's a single use, and then the gem is consumed. It acts as basically an extra material component in order to use the meta magic. The Court Shard. This is known as a shard of psychic power. This is a 2nd level version. There are types of these from 1st level all the way up to 9th level, corresponding with spells. This is a 2nd level. The shard of quartz is roughly the size of a human finger, and it is covered in flowing sigils. It contains the knowledge of a psychic spell chosen by the creator when the item is crafted. If the bearer is a psychic spellcaster and has that spell on their class list, they can use their spell slots to cast that spell as if they knew the spell. Shard of Psychic Power is priced based on the spell's psychic spell level. If it doesn't appear on the psychic spell list, it is based on the highest spell level, blah, blah, blah. This particular Shard of Psychic Power contains the spell. I know I wrote it here somewhere. Yes. This particular Shard of Psychic Power contains the spell Greater Detect Magic. The funerary mask. This is known as an ossuary mask. This depicts the serene expression found only at the moment of a peaceful death. When worn, it grants the wearer a +2 competence bonus on appraise, perception, and sense motive checks, and a +2 resistance bonus on will saving throws, which that unfortunately would not play because you all have cloaks that do the same thing. But the skill bonuses are nice.
Kind of like that mask.
That's a head slot item. And the final item, this is the crystal jar full of ointment. This is the ointment of secret seeing. This appears to also be a single use item based on the description, but here goes. This elixir is generally stored in a palm-sized crystal jar. When applied under the eyes as a standard action, it reveals the magical nature of illusions as well as some creatures. For 1 hour after applying the ointment, whenever the user first perceives an illusion, they can attempt a will saving throw to disbelieve it, even without interacting with it. There's also some like race specific thing that allows this particular race to recognize fey animals and creatures that have changed shape, but it's a race that none of you are, so we'll just gloss over that. That's all of his new stock.
I think I want the mask.
All right, so Dream wanted the mask. Cat wanted
The orb of many colors. I don't remember what exactly it was called, but I'm calling it the orb of many colors.
the Rombo crystal.
Yeah, that.
Dino was interested in the vine.
Not sure if I
Potentially.
would buy it though.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I haven't told you guys any of the prices, so were there any other oh, Cade wanted the armor potentially.
Yes, I did.
Lily, Urslan, any of those items appeal to you or no?
Nah.
Okay, I hear nothing from. She's muted, so wonderful. I'm going to assume that is a no then. Why is okay?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Were
My
you?
boyfriend just called me a shit girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice of him.
I love how he's in the background. I'm like, wait, no, I didn't.
License slander.
License.
My question was is Urslan interested in any of the items that I just described?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
I'm more interested in a shopping trip. You know, girls.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
All right, so Urslan is interested in turning the Magmar trip into Clueless. I get it. So we'll.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean that we have to like figure out who is who? Because I am not Cher.
Oh God. Oh God.
All right, so
Chaos.
price wise, Vorvashali is willing to deal as always. He puts the following prices on each of these items. The mask he asks for 3,000 gold. The Rombo crystal is 2250. The vine is 6,000. And the armor is I'm only going to use this number just because one, it's the actual price, and two, because I know Tristan will appreciate it. 6,900.
Yeah. He's looking at it and just going, "That's so much, but I want it."
Don't worry, Kate, I got this. How many dragon scales do you want in return?
Oh.
Vorvashali kind of raises an eyebrow and he says, now that you mention it, I am starting to recall in my hangover brain that you said something about dragon scales and dragon teeth last night.
Just ain't any dragon. White dragon that was guarding Runeforge itself.
How how big are we talking? Like how old was this dragon? Would you say?
Ancient.
Millennia.
Well, you guys know me well. You know I'm all about a good story about an item just as much as the item itself. So why don't you tell me how it happened? Then we'll see where we're at.
Alright, who wants to tell the story?
There's one thing Dino's good at. It's telling stories.
No, Dino, we want you to tell a story.
Alright, I got this. So, fun fact for Charlie. White dragons are weak to fire. No,
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
But this dragon was somewhat immediate brain because it had a spell to resist fire attacks. So, I used Greater Dispel Magic to get rid of a majority of the spells he had. Then I taunted it, saying, "Ha, you're now weak to fire again. The fuck are you gonna do about it?" And then he decided, all right, bet. So he went down to attack me. He hit me with his tail. Very weak attack, by the way. It did like maybe a scratch. But he grabbed me and started hauling me into the air.
Wow, that sounds that's dangerously thrilling. Do go on.
Yes, but you see, the dragon did not trap me in the air. I trapped the dragon with me in the air. And I start launching my fire spells at him, doing pretty swifty damage, I must say. Fire, very, very nice, very druidic, if you will. And then I start leaning on Cade. This one right here decided to have the great idea. I'm not being sarcastic, by the way. Generally, great idea. Thank you, Cade. This is why you're the natural one of the group. Hey, dragon, you're no longer allowed to move. So both me and the dragon start careening down onto the ground.
I didn't want you guys getting too far. I didn't think about the impact point.
This is why I'm saying I'm not being sarcastic. I genuinely appreciate it. It was absolutely the right move, and this is why you're the natural one of the group. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyway.
The what?
Knowledgeable.
Oh, don't you know knowledgeable one of the group? That's Cade.
Ah.
But it's beneficial. Chomper, make it a roll decree that Cade is officially the knowledgeable one of the group.
What am I? What am I of the group?
Healer.
Literally the one that keeps us from dying. That's, I think, almost more important than knowledge.
The savior of the group.
Literally savior. Hello.
No, I'm no savior. What are you guys talking about?
Oh yeah, well guess what? Chomper, decree it.
Oh God.
I do
Chomper,
decree.
No.
There we go. It is set in stone. High Lord Chomper decrees, and as High Lord of Wrath, his word is final.
No.
Anyway, Borbashali, I keep forgetting to mention this. Did you know that dragons can breathe a certain element?
I think I've heard that once or twice. Yes.
So I said, fuck that noise, and as a druid, I can resist one element, and I can pass on to my allies, which I did. So it's for his breath weapon sucked ass because a raw power for a dragon is no match for the magic of a druid. It'd be like that.
I appreciated it.
Thank you. And then we basically all started to wail on this poor, not so innocent dragon until it died. But right before it died, it decided to give one last breath weapon, leaving me at death's door but still standing because I am too awesome to die.
And you got healed thanks to me.
Very true, very true. That did also happen. This is why Lily is officially the savior of the group.
I am no savior, but okay.
What part of Chomper word is final do you not understand, Lily?
None. Yeah, business.
Oh yeah? You may be the savior of the group, but Chomper is High Lord, so his word is final.
I am no savior of the group. Stop.
Yeah, Chomper, decree it for a second time.
Continue to decree, Chomper. Continue to decree.
Chomper just looks at you and just says, "You already know."
I'm so glad.
There
Lily
you,
just
there you go.
Lily would just cross her arms at that point and blush and you know shyly curl in on herself.
Victory is mine. So yes, this is how this ancient white dragon fell to us. So, I hold it on the scales. A scale, isn't it? Carved it myself. And I show him like the biggest, most pristine scale that I have.
Or Shelly takes one look at it and just goes, "Yeah, I could see myself putting those up on the wall. That'll be a great story to tell anyone who comes in here." How many scales do you have?
I got an amount. So why don't you make the first offer, friend of mine? How much would you be willing to give for, say, the armor and the mask, as well as the crystal?
Hmm. Let's say 10 scales for each item you take.
10 scales for each. What do you think, Kat? Do you think that's a fair deal? Listen, I would like appreciate your input as well.
Cat's gonna appraise.
Has guidance on Cat.
Okay.
Cat needs to find her sheet.
Are you
Are you
praising
math to appraise it?
Are you praising the scales or the items?
Right now I'm appraising the scales.
Okay.
Yeah,
29.
And what was the offer then?
10 scales per item from
So-
from this box of items.
And each scale is worth 29 gold.
No, 29 is like your check
Oh, okay.
total.
So it's 10 scales per item. Is that a fair trade, or do I need to also appraise for the items?
I mean, you could appraise the items to see if like the prices that he quoted at were fair. Sure.
Give guidance again.
20. Okay. Some of the items were are gems for Ursula's role, so she has more insight on those as well. The price, the gold prices that he gave you for each of the items, at least as far as your estimation goes, is are all, they all sound pretty fair.
Okay, so is 10 scale? Now the question is 10 scales per item fair?
Well, that ultimately depends on who you ask.
How many scales does Dino have?
I think he has 50.
How many items are there?
I have like 50 scales on Dino's sheet, but Chomper
How many
has
items
like
are
30
there?
scales.
There are 10 items in the box.
Make it 5 items, 5 scales per item.
Are we buying all of them? Because I'm pretty sure that we only want 3.
Oh, then still make it 5 scales, and then sell the rest of the scales to him for gold.
That is Ursula's making a good point on making profit.
Make it so that haggle with him 5 scales per item, and then you'll sell the rest of the scales to him for gold.
That
You
makes
know
sense
they're
to
your
me.
scales. It's up to you.
Eat the scales.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jason says to just eat the scales.
Absorb the power.
That's that.
What is
Absorb the
Dino?
power.
Anyway,
Absorb the
so
And granted, you still have the corpse and could potentially harvest more scales.
that is true, but I'm trying to be fair because Vorvazali is a friend of ours. So I'm willing to see if he's willing to do 5 scales. But I don't understand the thing of buying the rest with gold because we only want the 3 items, far as I know.
I saw 4 items on the list. Potentially.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in the buying
Okay,
because
so
I have
then 3.
entangles as if. Yeah, 3. So
So then
why are
3.
we considering the other 7 items? Like, I'm not against it. I'm just asking why.
We're
Sorry,
not
can you remind me what the
considering it.
other
We were
7
doing
items
the
are?
math to like.
Sorry, Tim, do you mind listing out what all the items are again? Like just writing it down in chat?
Yeah, I have it all in my notes. I can just copy and paste it quickly.
Awesome.
Yep.
Because like I'm presuming that like I'd be able to see all of them in the store, but like I'm trying to remember them all and I can't.
My book back, actually.
There you go. Grim Lantern.
Oh, sad conversations coming.
$6,900.
Oh my goodness, you.
So I think so. Cat's like you can negotiate with him if you want. I think 10 scales per item is fair for most of this. Like I'm not sure about the bottle jelly fur, but like for some of this, it's definitely like for some of it, it's definitely he's cutting you a deal.
So I like Urslin's idea for trying to haggle, for the most part. But with close friends in Sandpoint, I'm somewhat against it. We're absolutely haggling when we go to Magnemar. But Vorozali's been good to us, so I think the 10 scales is fair. And I still have an entire dragon I can carve.
Like I said, they're your scales. It's up to you. And if you're willing to do that for us to get items, I'm happy to hear it. Also, I kind of want the Grim Lantern. Saying this to Tim, not Dino.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, someone like you that can't really see in the dark too well, I get it.
You know, I can just cast light for you, but if you really like that, like chain.
Oh no, I'm saying I am out of character saying that to Tim.
Oh, might be.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't actually want it in game, that's fine. Yeah.
No, I do want it in game. I was saying that to you, not to Dino. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool item. Yeah.
The cat's like, look, you have 50 with you now. I think there's 4 items we want. It's the crystal. I'm looking at that lantern. Seems awesome. Kind of want to go for it because I have trouble with the seeing in the dark. And I know that he wants the armor and Sheree mentioned the mask. So we haven't. If you want to do that, that's definitely going to be cheaper than us paying with gold. Because in total gold, that would be Cat does math. 7, 8.
It's got to be what, like 15,000 around.
Probably 8, 13, 150.
A little more than that, I think. It would be.
I'm not done adding.
Right. Yeah. I'm just.
Because I have to like kind of find everything. Where did the armor go?
I think it's closer to like 18,000 if my math is right. But you let
It
me know.
is about 20,000.
20,000. Okay, so I was off on the second attempt.
Yeah, it's like Cat goes like, look, see, like it would cost us 20K to get everything we want. If you're down with using the scales, I think that's a great idea. If not, that's also understandable. I think we'll survive without these, but it's up to you.
They're not my scales. We took down that dragon together. I just like trying to benefit all of us and getting as many dragon parts as possible.
No,
So-
but
the sake of making everything easier, let's use the scales. So
All
yeah,
right.
10 scales per item. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair as well. Like I took a look. I'm taking a look at these items, and yeah, that he's being very generous. These are also priceless, but
Yeah, ancient dragon scales can fetch a penny. But
like these.
you know, as far as you can tell, Vorvashali believes he's giving you a fair deal. You guys seem to think it's a fair deal.
Like
so
this
yeah.
is definitely like. Granted, I think he's making out a little bit better just because of the value of the scales, but also we have so many at our disposal because we could always get more.
Vorvashali just chimes in. He's like, and besides, I can use the extra ones to get even more cool stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
Cat's like, all right,
Very much appreciated.
so yeah, so we'll trade 40 scales for the mask, the Rumble Crystal, the Grim Lantern, and the armor, please.
All right, pleasure doing business. And that leaves you with 10 more scales, you know, plus whatever else Dino can carve up if he chooses to continue doing that.
And Cat looks at him and goes, oh, and have a muffin.
Oh, well.
Because I still have blackberry muffin.
How can I say no to more Blackberry's goods?
They're amazing.
They really are. I need to get to Roderick's Cove at some point and see it for myself.
I highly suggest it. And plus, the more people she gets from here, she might consider opening an outpost here. Just saying. So
it's on my list. If you come by the shop and you find that I'm just randomly not here, maybe that's where I went.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I will add those items to the respective sheets after the session. Let's see here. What else is on this list of downtime things? I've got time for probably like one or two more things. Let's see. Dream wanted to visit Jabrail, so let's do that.
Go to gerbils.
It is gerbil time.
Does anybody else want to be there?
I mean, Cade
Cat
wouldn't
just
mind.
shouted, let's go to gerbils. So yes.
Family field trip to gerbils?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I like the family field trip thing.
Of course, we would take a family field trip to someone who sells drugs.
Yeah, you know that's
that's our family though. We're that type of fucked up.
Yep. You know it. Okay, that is everybody. Well, actually, now it's everybody. Okay, so you walk into the Fat Man's feed bag, and it is still fairly early in the day, so they're kind of still just like setting up a little bit. Jabrail sees you all come in, and he's just like, he's like, hey, sorry I couldn't make it last night, but really appreciate the cake. That was really something.
It's like, sure, have a muffin.
Oh man, you're just full of surprises.
Cat's the muffin man.
And Jareem's the hat man.
I am the hat man.
And there's also a tree man hanging out there somewhere who's also the drug man, and yeah.
There's a lot of characters in this.
Yeah, a lot of blank man going on here. All right.
I'm just remembering Cat like drunkenly be like, why is it drug man?
Jabrail takes one look at Jareem and he's like, well, you're here. That means I probably know why you're here.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what he's got today. Well, he definitely has halfling weed because he gave some in exchange to Cade for giving him a piece of cake.
Which he did not have to do. He was gonna get cake anyway.
Yeah, but Cade excitedly did it anyway.
So the first thing that he pulls out actually kind of just looks like mushrooms. This is actually called mushroom love. It's made from the spores of a very specific type of mushroom, and it gives anyone who inhales the vapors of it, together, a stronger feeling of connection with one another, and it is a highly addictive drug. Just to be clear. Next, he has
health comes in.
Next, he has. Oh, you're gonna like this. He has more of the illithid dust that you use to make mind flayer bread.
Yes.
This is to describe it again. It's a deep purple powder made from the residue from the inside of mind flayer funerary jars. Once snorted or eaten, the powder will provide limited random psionic powers, and it will also leave you feeling kind of loopy, being on mind flayer drugs. Basically, you get a random effect. It can be you can gain telepathy for a short time. You can basically move objects telekinetically as if you're using Mage Hand. You can add damage to your weapons, psychic damage, or you can gain resistance to psychic damage. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, this is a different drug. Actually, the flayed mind is the one that you use to make the mind flayer bread.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, illithid dust is a bit different.
I'll definitely be taking some illithid dust though.
Although the after effects can resemble the flayed mind. Next is a drug that is has an extremely pungent odor, like almost off-putting. This is known as ogre's breath. When smoked, it makes you stronger. You get a bonus to strength-based checks. However, you need to make a fortitude save to avoid swelling of the brain and the tongue, which will reduce your intelligence and make you unable to speak clearly, and also make you angry.
Holy shit, okay.
That sounds awesome.
So just fuck your day up.
Makes you stronger though.
The next item is this looks like a really long, like a bee stinger. This has the following name, which I am not going to attempt to pronounce right now for fear of embarrassing myself. This is each of these stingers is nearly a foot long.
Apius acrimonium.
Thank you. And they also contain has like a venom sac attached to it. When
So it's acrid B?
Sure. I'm just gonna trust that you're right.
High school Latin for the win.
When you stab someone with this stinger, including yourself, the affected creature takes some piercing damage and also some poison damage. If the target survives, it flies into an unstoppable rage for 30 minutes. As per the barbarian rage.
By the way, fun fact: your brother-in-law's ex-girlfriend now teaches Latin at my high school.
That's a
Who? Lila?
Yeah.
Jesus,
We went to high school together.
that's funny.
It's a small world after all.
I remember when they
No.
first started dating, and Fiona was like, "Wait, do you know this girl?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Who just yelled no at me? Who
Me
just yelled no at
and
me?
no.
What do you have against the "It's a Small World" ride at Disney World, Rob?
It's satanic.
You're actually probably not wrong.
So fun fact. So fun story about that.
Yeah, that's wow.
So I took a group trip to Disney right before the pandemic.
Oh, well.
It was January 2020. And it was my best friend's boyfriend's first time to Disney. He's from the UK. So we took on It's a Small World without much warning.
Oh, so that meant
And
just
we
went
got
insane.
stuck.
Of course you got stuck.
Oh yeah, I've been stuck on that ride
he,
too.
he comes off, and my Alex meets us because he went to go run an errand while we were on the line. He goes, "How do you feel?" Dude just looks at him, dead-eyed, and just starts singing "It's a Small World." It's the creepiest expression on his face. It was fantastic.
Amazing.
I'm so glad.
I love it.
He's like, and then he looks at my best friend. He goes, "Babe, we never have to do that again, right?"
That's great.
It's a small world after all.
Anyway,
Yeah. Let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was still describing this this bee stinger drug. So, yeah, it works exactly like a barbarian's rage, except the subject cannot choose to end the rage. They're raging for 30 minutes.
So with the rage, does that mean they attack anything in sight, or what does the rage entail?
I'm getting to that. So every single round, they have to make a will save, or they immediately attack the nearest living thing until it dies.
Oh, dude.
Every
Okay.
every round that they manage to not attack something, the DC of the will save increases by 1. And then it resets back to the base value once they fail the save.
Oh my god.
When the rage subsides, the creature immediately gains the exhausted condition.
This sounds like something we could toss into a room full of guys. Like
You'd like
same
you'd
deal as
likely
the
have to
porcupine bomb.
you'd
but-
likely have to like actually physically stab somebody with it though, is the thing.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, if I make a bomb out of it,
You could do that. You
like
could
the porcupine bomb,
yeah,
but
give
with
it
those.
given its
Can
length,
I
I could
put
see,
my arrows in it?
I mean, given the length of it, I could see you even potentially like attaching it to one of your bolts or attaching it to Jareem's spear or maybe his faux shard. You can certainly attach it to a weapon and, you know, like certainly a piercing weapon. And I would,
How big are they?
each stinger is almost a foot long. Like it's some like,
Oh, they're big.
yeah, like
okay,
really
okay.
big.
This does not stop me. How much are they?
Jesus, I didn't even think of a price yet.
I'm like, great money.
These I would say would probably go for like 10 gold a piece.
Now, what if I break the tips off of them though? Because it's the tip that's really the important part, right?
So it's a tip and it's a long stinger and it has a venom sac attached to it.
Oh,
So
there's a venom sac attached to it.
so yeah,
But you
upon
take the venom sac off and just use that, right?
you could just use the stinger for like some additional piercing damage on your attacks because that's a thing. But the venom is where like the rage effect is.
So what if I isolate the venom?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could isolate that. You could remove the venom sacs and you could make bombs out of the venom. I would imagine.
Ooh, let's do that. Yeah,
I
Yeah, we could
support this plan.
we could certainly homebrew that.
like a fucking aerosol bomb.
Ooh.
And the other drug he has is something you're already familiar with. He has powdered order.
Always love some powdered order. I think I kind of want everything.
You usually do when you come here.
10 doses of everything.
10 doses of everything. 10 of everything. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna, as always, he'll cut you a wholesale deal, as this is typically the scale of what you're buying. Um, he will put the whole cost of everything at 300 gold.
Let's do it.
All right. So 10 of it.
Question.
Yes.
Does he have anything like a truth serum or something like that?
Powdered order is basically that.
Okay, I'm gonna also take some powdered order.
Well, powdered order, well, it's not quite that. Powdered order is basically it's administered by mixing it with a liquid, so you could like spike someone's drink with it. Let's say,
Mhm.
Once it's consumed for the next 5 minutes, the target has to make a fort save every time they knowingly attempt to commit a chaotic act.
Oh, never mind.
But lying is a chaotic act.
Well, yes, and if they fail the save, they lose the ability to lie, and they also will shout their intentions.
All right, yeah, I'll take some of that too.
Okay, so how many doses of that do you want?
I'll say 5.
5. Okay, that'll be Jabrail always looking to cut deals here, so that'll be 40 gold.
All right, cool.
Alrighty. Cat buys drugs. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. We got that done. All right. So let's see. We're being on time. Just over 3 hours. Okay. So here, we'll end on something that's like super wholesome.
Awesome.
Lily, you wanted to write a letter home to your family.
Yeah.
So what do you write to them?
I tell them about Runeforge. I told them about all the battles we went through. I tell them that everyone's okay. And that we're back in Sandpoint, nice, safe and sound, and that I'll come visit soon, hopefully. And that I'll see them soon.
Oh, that's so wholesome. Well,
So yeah, you go into as much detail as you want about your adventures, and still reiterate your desire to find a cure for your brother. And you send the letter off to Magnamar, and in truth, with the desire to get some things enchanted and perhaps shop for more powerful items, there's a decent chance you'll be arriving around the same time as the letter does anyway.
Mm. That's nice to know.
Well, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. So,
I want to go to that herb guy.
oh, it's right. Yeah, you wanted to go to Pillbug. Yeah, we'll close with that. So, all right, go to Pillbug. Let's see here. Move everybody to that map. So, geez, that's an old token. Let's fix that. All right, so you arrive at Pillbugs. As you know, Pillbug is something of an herbalist. He is known to sell various helpful items as well as his sort of hobby as a maker of poisons. That's also his other thing. So yeah, you arrive and he greets you with a smile and just says, "Oh yeah, word's been getting around town that you guys have really done some crazy stuff out there. How can I help you do more of that?"
How about
Goes,
a
"Take a
hero's
muffin."
discount?
We can talk about it. What are you interested in?
I don't know. What do you got, man? I'm looking for stuff to make into lethal and non-lethal bombs.
All right. I gotta find the list of. Is this it?
Did he take a muffin?
Muffin time.
It's peanut butter muffin time now.
I'm so glad.
All right, so let's see here. I need to first of all, I need to count how many items that he could possibly have, and then I need to roll. All right. So he will. Okay. First item, uh, he shows you this is like his new stuff that he's showing you. It doesn't look like anything special at first glance. It kind of just looks like a bag of seaweed or something. But he explains to you that when you chew on this stuff, it allows you to see what cannot be seen, as it were.
Wait. Sorry. What was it?
He explains to you that this like ordinary looking seaweed stuff, like when it's chewed, it allows the way he puts it is you can see what cannot be seen.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'll take some of that.
All right, so let's see here. Next item is another bag of something that looks like mushrooms. These mushrooms actually glow a little bit with a blue sort of radiance. Let's see here. These are phosphor mushrooms. There's a lot of like flavor here, not a lot of what it actually does. Okay, so he explains that you can brew one of these mushrooms into a beer of sorts. Um, he says that the beer will help you concentrate better, and when consumed, it causes. He's full disclosure says this will probably upset your stomach a bit when you drink it, but you'll be able to do something that you couldn't do before. Full description is that each dose of a phosphor beer that has been brewed causes a strange rumble to build in the stomach of the drinker, granting you the ability to make a breath attack. This
Okay, that's cool.
this is a acts as a ray of light with a 60-foot range, that deals 1d8 points of damage with a ranged touch attack.
Damn. Sure.
And the final new item is known as marsh marigold. This is a flower that supports massive leaves that, when it's just found naturally, just drape over the ground. The flower itself is a very bright yellow. He says that one one sort of dose of this flower can basically be applied to a weapon as a poison. And this poison requires fort save as all poisons do. And the poison deals wisdom damage when the save is failed.
Damn, that sounds good. Hey, Dream, how about we add this to our farm that we're growing? That seems useful.
You're growing a farm?
Sure.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, Dream and Dino did have an idea to collaborate on a farm.
A
didn't
deadly
know this.
farm.
It was a deadly farm.
He'll also show you a couple more things that he had sort of previously. He says these items are a bit older, but he says I'm sure you'll find uses for them. The first is he shows you it's currently like in a pot, but he could certainly snip it for you. It's a really tall looking herb. The herb has clusters of leaves throughout. Each cluster has like 5 to 7 leaves. It has purplish and like indigo colored flowers on it. But he says that the root is what's of use here. When chewing on some of the root, you can allow yourself to become more resistant to things that would scare you. This gives you a bonus to saving throws against fear effects. I believe it's a +2. And if administered to someone who is already under a fear effect, it grants an immediate save to break it. However, if a second dose is chewed while the first one is still in effect, the person chewing must make a fortitude save immediately, or they are paralyzed for a round. All the other effects of the drug would still apply, though. Or the herb, rather. As I said, drug. It's not.
That could come in handy.
It's not technically a
You know
drug.
what I'm thinking, Dream?
What?
Say we add this to the farm and do some nasty shit to make it even more deadly. What do you think?
I agree.
All right, and the last item he shows you, this is a cylindrical brown. It kind of looks like the pistil part of a flower. He says that this is called cattail. So this has two uses. And to be clear, like when he shows you this, like one like cattail is almost like double your height. Like it's just a huge thing. One unit of cattail can be used instead of trail rations or other generic produce when you're cooking other plants. The second use is that you can swing a unit of cattail as though it were a club for one use. If it hits, it deals bludgeoning damage as a club would and explodes in a cloud of white fluff. The fluff sticks to the creature that was damaged by the cattail, and it behaves as the glitter dust spell, which that spell covers everything in a given area. It blinds the creature that is affected by it, and it also, if the thing you hit wasn't visible, it then has like a visible outline that would allow everybody else to see it.
I don't know about you, Dream, but giant plants gotta go in the farm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that one too.
And yeah, the fluff that results from smacking someone with it, as it's not a magical effect like glitter dust is, it has to be removed manually, otherwise it's permanent.
What do you think, Dream? Split this half and half to be fair?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Oh.
All right, so what does everyone want to have or buy here?
I kind of want everything.
Hey.
I'm pretty loaded up on what I want. I besides like the standard, like I want to get some more charges on my wand. I want to get some more potions and stuff like that.
Like I am good for now. Cat has everything she needs at this point.
Okay. So, all right. So, how many of each?
How much do you think is gonna take to make a decent sized crop field for each?
Well, I kind of want to use some for myself, so why don't we just say 10 of each?
10 of each.
10's the magic number.
All right.
Alright.
So that is 10. 10 cattail. 10 phosphor mushroom. Wolfsbane.
Can you put a whole person in a bag of holding?
We talked about this, yes, but they won't breathe.
They won't breathe. So you can't there's not how big is the bag of holding?
It depends on which one you have. So well, yeah, that's another thing. Anything that's like really too big in terms of like dimensions for the bag of holding can't go in there. The bag of holding itself, at least the one you have, can hold. You have a bag of holding 1, so that can hold 250 pounds.
How many halflings would that be?
Oh my god, dude. Give me a. Hold on. How many halflings is that?
Well, they'd have to be dead halflings.
No, I have to be dead.
That's approximately 8 halflings. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I couldn't go in the bag of holding though.
Probably not.
All right.
And marsh marigold. Okay. Pillbug, as always, is excited to make such a large sale. Um, given that his stuff is not technically contraband, it's a bit cheaper than what Jabrail usually offers. He places the price at 100 gold for the lot.
All right, 50-50, Dino.
50-50.
All right, 50-50 it is.
Tomorrow I can even prepare plant growth to make this stuff grow better.
Oh god, I didn't even think of that.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. All right. So before we close here, let me just mark off the things that I've already done, so I don't have to run them again. So let's see. Everything that Dream wanted to do is done.
What does that staff do? Like, what's the special thing about that staff?
The staff of Mithril Might.
Yeah.
Okay, so that item, first of all, it acts as a +2 staff as a melee weapon. Let me get to the description here. Here we go. So, description wise, it's a staff, obviously made of mithril. Like a bluish, like silvery color. There is or I'm sorry, the pole of the staff is made of silver, whereas there are spheres of mithril at both ends. The top end, it has a golden snake that is wrapped around the staff, and it cradles the sphere that's on top, which is bigger than the one on the bottom. It gives you this doesn't play because of your row, but it gives a +2 enhancement to intelligence while it's in your possession. Your robe gives a higher bonus, so that one goes. And like any other staff, it has 10 charges that can be used to cast spells that the staff knows. For 1 charge, you can cast either Bull Strength or Enlarge Person. For 3 charges, you can cast Telekinesis, and for 4 charges, you can cast Flesh to Stone.
That's awesome.
You can petrify with it. All right, so let's see here. Let's call it here. Figure we get a nice nice ending with more purchases of interesting items for Dream to use. He just, at this point, he just has, like, you could reach into his bag of holding and who the fuck knows what you're gonna pull out of that thing,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
a lot
kind
of
of
shit.
fantastic.
A lot
I
of
love
good shit.
We're gonna
Alright.
get even more because we're gonna grow shit.
So on the list for next week, potentially, we have Cade working on the potential school/orphanage that is being made out of Ameko's family manor. Cade wanted to also potentially make a trip to Jorgenfist to try to find more information specifically about Karzug, things that, any information and knowledge that can be used against him specifically. Everybody wanted to go to Magnamar to sell loot and enchant things and perhaps buy other magic items. Let's see what else is on this list here. Dino wanted to continue harvesting dragon parts. Urslan wanted to make bullets. Those I think I can just ask for rolls like during the week, and I'll determine those. Some of you wanted to help Kate. I know Dina wanted to help. Urslan wanted to help.
Cat wants to help.
Cat wants to help. Lily wanted to give a name to her cat. That's
Never
the
got
thing.
around to that.
Which, I mean, if you think of one before next Sunday, like, we can, just do that. Oh yeah, you would have. I suppose if you weren't doing some of this early shopping, you could have spent some time reading your book as well. But there'll be plenty of time before we start up with the story again to finish that off.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything on the list. So, yeah, we'll be back next week with more downtime activities. Just another chill session, kind of taking a little bit of a break from the big story beats and letting things breathe. But before long, we will be getting back into it. But yeah, our heroes need to make their preparations for when that day comes. So next week we'll be doing more of that, and maybe you'll get some hints on what's coming next. But until then, happy spring. Spring starts tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
happy beginning of spring. Hopefully it warms up outside soon. We can stop being so fucking cold all the time.
Would be nice. Would
Would
be
be
Winter
nice.
socks.
Yeah, will be nice. Yeah. But yeah,
No,
we
I
will
don't mind it. I just got a winter coat, so
see. That's the thing. Yeah, like I actually don't mind the winter, but I need it to snow, and it hasn't snowed really.
We got one good snow. Panzer got to play in the snow once this winter. It's like it's
That's
so
it.
weird because it's like I don't want snow because I'm the one who is gonna have to shovel it, but I want snow.
Here's my thing. Like, if it's cold all winter and it doesn't snow, well, what's the point?
Why is
Exactly.
it cold?
If it's gonna be cold, drop a foot
Give
of
me
snow.
snow.
Drop a foot of snow on me. Like, yeah, like
Yeah, let me
I-
enjoy it.
I'm still like such a little child when it comes to snow. Like
Same.
I love it.
Absolutely same.
I'm really happy that's not just me.
And I love watching the dogs play in the snow. It's like pure dopamine watching that happen.
It really is.
Anyway, I'm getting off subject here. We hope to see you next week, and have a good night.
Where's
Night.
my this time? Bye.